is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel for another Sunday night's live stream with Ken. And yeah, I don't know when I'm going to bring back Ken's home video. Might be next Sunday, but we'll get back to that eventually. I know we did the keynote sales stream last Sunday night, and you're going to have to let me catch my breath here real quick because I literally I was scrambling to get all my movies together before the live stream started, like as the intro was playing. So yeah, I've got my, what is this, 37 movies, right? Should be that 37, 38 of my favorite movies from every year that I've been alive. So it should be an interesting list because I just threw it together as fast as I could. So but there was some thought put into it. There was some years where I was just like, God, it's just so hard to pick. So hard to pick. But how's everybody doing tonight? Let me try to change some settings real quick. How's everybody doing? Did y'all watch any good movies over the weekend? TV shows? I watched the new episode of House of Dragon. It's another reason why I get behind. I started House of Dragon late. Well, first off, I worked from 5:30 to 8 p.m. on my birthday, which wasn't fun. It's not fun anyway. It doesn't matter if it's my birthday or not. Anyway, got off at 8 p.m. Got home, took a shower, ate a little bit. My wife got me some sushi for my birthday, so I ate that when I got home. And then watched House of Dragon. Started about 9:05, 9:10, ended about 10:15, and then I had to get the whole live stream together, and I'm here. Finally here. Can you guys hear me okay? I guess I should have started with that. There's probably a whole bunch of people that can't even hear me right now. Can you guys hear me? Am I taking my kids trick-or-treating? My son's 12. I think he might still want to go. My daughter for sure. They got her a costume yesterday. She wanted to dress up like an old lady. So that's what my 8-year-old daughter is going to be, an old lady. Speaking of thank you, Eternal Melancholy. Appreciate it. Speaking of my daughter, she made me a birthday bracelet that I'm wearing right now. She made me a birthday bracelet. If anybody cares, that's what she did. So I will never take it off. I think that's the first time she ever made me anything. Oh no, she's drew me stuff before. She drew me a picture too, but I didn't bring that down here. I need to. What's up, everybody? I need to acknowledge this. Super chats right at the beginning of the stream. Goofus the Three-Legged Wonder Cat. That's a hell of a name. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, since this is the first October live stream, you should start by saying good evening, boys and ghouls. I mean, that would be a good dad joke. Good evening, boys and ghouls. How are you guys doing tonight? I find myself getting scarier the older I get. I'm just looking at myself right now, and it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. But thank you so much, Goofus. And I forgot to play Al.
She got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
Yep. But yeah, thank you so much. Where we at? We got Gus. What's up, Gus? You know, guys, and we're gonna do my movies. We're gonna do my movies, but I like talking with you guys in the chat first. We can talk about some other stuff you guys want to talk about. I don't care. I'm pretty easy. I'm gonna be pretty laid back tonight. I want to relax. Been working hard all day. I don't want to have to work hard on this stream. I just want to relax. Can I do that? Things might get weird. I'll be honest. They might get weird. Let's see. The odd one. 1993. What's up? My Killer Podcast Mel says, whoop, whoop. Happy birthday, Caleb's. Hail to the Rat Man. Hail to the Rat Man. There he is. Rat Man wished me a happy birthday. I appreciate that, Rat Man. I really do. What's up, Chris Brown? Happy birthday, Ken. Hope it was a great one. What good movies did you end up watching this weekend? I did not watch anything this weekend, Chris, because I worked all weekend. But the last movie I finished was unfortunately The Munsters. And I've got a review for that on my wife and I's channel, Married with Media. So you can go check that out. The link is down below in the description. You can watch my thoughts on The Munsters. I think that was the last thing I watched. Yeah, I mean, I watched House of Dragon tonight. That's a must for Sunday evening. What's up, James? Hello, Ken and everybody. Happy birthday, man. I'm glad you survived the latest audit with Michelle. About to hit the pillow, but wanted to wish you happy. Well, thank you so much, James. Speaking of James, I've got a September roundtable coming up, and it's going to be this Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I've got some awesome guests, and I've done a terrible job of promoting this. Because I've just been so busy, like all weekend long. I thought I was going to have more time to get this ready, but I got the thumbnail ready, the promo thumbnail. You guys are ready to see it with all the guests included. This is going to be Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about all the awesome releases of September, and there were so many, so much to talk about for September, but let me put it up real quick. That is the September release roundtable announcements. Calling it the Fall Brawl. We have got Master Chaos. First time on the channel, first time on a round table. We have got Mega Mike the Movie Man making his return to the round table. We have got Pop's Movie Dungeon making his return to the round table. Tim Talks Talkies. He's no stranger to the round table. He will be there as well. Also, Basement Blues. He's been at every single round table. Of course, Tony's going to be there. It would be crazy if he wasn't. We got James from 20th and 21st Movies making his return. Bob's Blu-rays making his return. And Mika from the Double Horror Feature Podcast making her debut on the September release roundtable. It's going to be an incredible night. Some fantastic guests, and I cannot wait. Going to be super excited for that. Tomorrow night, I am also going to be live. I'm going to be live on a different channel. I'm going to be live on Bob's Blu-rays channel. Same guy that's going to be on the roundtable. Okay, Tuesday night. He's going to be on my roundtable. I'm going to be on his tomorrow night. Let me promote this real quick. If you want to see me live tomorrow night, you can catch me over at Bob's Blu-rays. We're going to be doing a steelbook and slipcover battle. Well, actually, we're going to be doing a slipcover battle. And this is tournament round 2. So the first battle he did last week was a steelbook battle, and there were some awesome guests on that. So go check that out. But I'm going to be on the slipcover version. And yeah, it should be fun. A slipcover battle. I don't know all the details, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'm sure I'll lose it because Tony's in it, obviously. Who can beat Tony in a slipcover battle? He has every single slipcover. How am I supposed to beat Tony? Are you kidding me? Anyway, look at these beautiful people. Got Brian goes blue. Got convicted cinephile. I don't know if I like that guy. One bit. Happening should have beat Shaun of the Dead. I'll just say that. You got this guy. I don't know this guy. I'm sorry, guy. I don't know you. You got Hux from Hux Pop Culture Cafe. We got Terrell, who is awesome, and I cannot wait to meet him tomorrow night. Known him for a long time through Instagram. Tony, wherever I go, every single live stream on, I swear to God, Tony is there. We're attached to the hip when it comes to live streams. So Tony will be there, of course. I'll be there. And this other guy over in the corner. I haven't met him either, but I'm excited to. I'm very excited to. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow night. 9 p.m. I think it's 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be a fun time. Anyway, yeah, that's all the promotional stuff. So let's just get into talking to you guys. We got Michael K with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Happy birthday, Ken. I can't wait for your Fright Night 4K review. It's one of my can I talk tonight? Come on. It's one of my all-time favorite vampire movies. I am so excited. I hope that Amazon doesn't pull some bullshit and freaking hold on. Let me look at this. I'm gonna look at my order, see if it's tracking. When I ordered it, I don't know why I keep using Amazon. I really don't. I need to start using like deep discount or something. But anyway, not deep discount, Orbit. The people that are using Orbit that already have it. I was like, what is this? Why does everybody have superpowers when it comes to getting physical media early but me? I mean, I get some things early, I guess, but all right, so on track to arrive this Tuesday is Army of Darkness, Fright Night 4K, and Catch Me If You Can. And I know what you hold on. There was something that's all right. So my Scream 2 Steelbook doesn't look to be coming this Tuesday. So they don't even have an estimated delivery date for my Scream 2 Steelbook. And now my Paranormal Activity appears to have shifted from arriving on October the 11th to arriving on October the 13th. And I keep seeing a bunch of people opening that thing online. A bunch of people got it, but not me. I don't got it. But my Scream 2 is delayed. It's okay. As long as Fright Night's good, Army of Darkness, those are the reviews that you can expect from me this week. Army of Darkness and Fright Night. I gotta watch Fright Night with my wife too, so you're gonna see double reviews. We'll be reviewing it on our channel, and I'll be doing a more in-depth 4K review on mine. Okay, well, thank you all for being here tonight. 105 people in the chat right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday evening. We got Mitch Nelson in here. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Trekopedia says happy birthday, Ken. Thank you. Miss Jess is here, says happy birthday. Thank you so much. Happiest of birthdays, says Kevin Collector. Thank you. Thank you, RK1916. Thank you, Movie Hunter 2020. Man, I'm telling you, you guys, it didn't disappoint. Like, my wife shared something about it being my birthday on our account, and I shared it because she tagged me, and then my inbox all day was flooded with birthday wishes, and I appreciate that so much, especially because I was a little down. Nobody likes to be at work on their birthday. I am old. I'm like 37. You get to a point where you don't really care too much, but it does suck. It does suck. So you guys were kind of keeping my head held up high today as I was trudging through my 15-hour day. So I appreciate it. Grizzly said happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Greetings, programs, and happy birthday, Ken, says Don Morton. Thank you so much. Happy 37, says Mike Eli. Yes, smash the like button. If you guys want to give me one birthday gift, okay? Just one. Just one. Hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much, JMSPLS72. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Ross Jordan. I will have a groovy birthday. It's the grooviest. And hell, it's almost not even my birthday anymore. But if you're on the West Coast or, Central Time Zone, it'll still be my birthday. Yeah, I was really pushing it tonight. What's up, Adrian? I just finished watching your audit video. I'm glad Michelle didn't kill you. I'm still alive. It is my birthday. She's not going to kill me on my birthday. At least I don't think so. She might. Who knows? But yeah, I do have the latest Blu-ray audits haul video up with my wife. Go check it out. It was a fun one. But I'm telling you right now, October is going to be the real fun one. Yeah, that'll be the real fun one. What's up, Adrian? I've already said Adrian. Hey, yo, Adrian. Happy birthday, Kenny Levels. Loving the stream starting soon intro. Thank you. Yeah, I've tried to start theming them to like the months that we're in as far as like physical media releases. So that's the September one. So I had to change it now to the October. I just realized that. What's up, Dominican Scott? How you doing? What's up, Matt Duncan? What's everybody saying hey to each other? What's up, Emmett? Thank you so much. Thank you, Side Hustle. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Mega Mike the Movie Man. Happy birthday. Hope you're having a good one. Hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Fish. Thank you, Odd One. Thank you, Gregory S. Thank you, Wright. Yeah, thank you, everybody. No, I wish, man. I wish. I'm this close to getting it. I really am. I know I keep saying that, but I really am. What's up, Wright96? How you doing, buddy? Is my audio okay, Wright? Wright's my audio guy. Like, he always messages me on Instagram. Says, hey, your audio sucked tonight. Why didn't you tell me during the stream? But I appreciate that. But yeah, let me know. Yeah, thank you, Mel. Thank you. Everybody's saying happy birthday. Thank you, Jorge. Oh, watch Blonde. I've heard mixed things on Blonde. I did want to watch it though. I really did. Okay. Happy birthday. Watch Smilin' Bros. Both good movies, but Hocus Pocus 2 is disappointing for me. I heard a lot of people like that one. I heard a lot of people liked it. So I decided to cancel some streaming services that I wasn't using, and I wasn't thinking that Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out this weekend. So I canceled Disney Plus. I canceled Paramount Plus and what else did we cancel? Apple TV Plus, because we haven't been watching that. So a couple of streaming services. And I was like, shit, Hocus Pocus 2 came out. And I didn't cancel Peacock because I was like, I'm going to wait till Halloween ends so I can at least watch that at home. Then I'll cancel it. But I canceled Disney Plus because it's just like, I don't watch it. Like, I don't watch the Marvel shows. I don't watch the Star Wars shows. I just don't care. And if I want to watch anything, I'll just get it back. But it's like, it's just sitting there taking up money. So I canceled it. I watched The Munsters. Yeah, go check out our review. It's not very good. I mean, it didn't look good. To be honest, it looked like crap. So I don't really care that I'm not seeing it, but at the same time, I kind of was curious. If I had, Disney Plus still, I would have watched it. What's up, KB? Thank you so much, ma'am. Appreciate that. I have a question for you. Why is that WB refuses to license the Elm Street movies to Scream Factory? Did that come out or something? I saw somebody say something about there was some Elm Street Scream Factory news. I don't know, but I'm pissed off. I'm really pissed off because it's like, it's October, so I'm trying to line up some horror movies to watch. Like I got enough movies to watch anyway, but I've been in the mood to watch like some Nightmare on Elm Street. Like I feel like Nightmare on Elm Street always gets shortchanged when it comes to me. Like I'll watch Friday the 13th and stuff because I got that beautiful Scream Factory box set. So if I want to watch one of those, I got good quality releases on those, and the first one just got a 4K, and all the Halloweens are getting 4K love. Like pretty much every Halloween movie except for Rob Zombies has a 4K now. So I can watch Halloween, and Halloween's getting all these beautiful releases, and it's like Friday the 13th's getting all these beautiful releases, and it's like Nightmare on Elm Street has nothing. Like it sucks. It really does. Like I would really just love to watch a nice 4K scan of Dream Warriors, Dream Master. Like that would be perfect. Hell, even Dream Child. I would watch that. I've just been in the mood to watch some Nightmare, and I love my DVD box set. I really do, but DVD's just not. It's hard to watch DVDs nowadays. It really is. I've watched 4Ks and I've watched, Blu-rays, and I used to think I was okay with watching DVD. If I watch it on a smaller screen, if it's like 32 inches, it can be okay. But when you try to watch a DVD on a 65-inch, it's just not good. It's just not good. And I learned that when I watched Stand By Me the other day because I had the DVD of Stand By Me, and I was like, oh, this will be fun. And I really loved it, but it looked like shit. It really did. So it's just hard. It's hard for me to crack into that DVD box set and pop in the DVD. Now I have the first one on Blu-ray, but I just don't want to have to buy that Blu-ray box, that little Blu-ray packet. But I mean, I guess I will if I have to, if they're not going to do nothing with it. That's the only thing I got. That's the only thing I got. Look better in DVD, I guess. Thank you, Frightful. Can't wait for Plane Show. I know, it's exciting. I just watched that for the first time last year. So I'm excited. The Monsters, Hocus Pocus 2, I enjoy them, but Hocus Pocus 2 is way better. Okay. See, I mean, some people like it. Some people liked it. Yeah, I've known about his channel, but I haven't watched a lot of him. But I've watched a few videos recently, and yeah, he seems like he's really high energy. So I'm looking forward to him coming in and seeing what he brings to the table on Tuesday night for sure. But he seems like a cool guy. But yeah, I haven't met him or really interacted with him at all. But he reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm hearing about these roundtables. Can I be on that?" I said, "Sure, man. Why not?" Damn, all for the first time, huh? How would you rank those, Odd One? I would go for the whole box set, dude. If you loved Friday, like you say you loved it, um, then you'll love the whole series because the whole series, at least the first 8, matches the tone of the first one, and it brings in Jason, the iconic killer. Thank you so much, Tony Movie Chappie D9 Neil Plop Camp, #1 fan. I'll never forget that #1 fan, Tony Movie Chappie. But I appreciate you, man. Tony Movie Chappie is an OG of the channel. He's been here since like day 1. So thank you, Tony Movie. What's up, Zombie Girl? Your Gixerl? Is that how you say it? What's up, Ken? Happy birthday. Can't wait for the roundtable. It's going to be fun. It is going to be a fun time. Oh, I know, Master Chaos and Tim. There's a lot of good people on this panel. And it's a big panel. This is going to be a 9-person panel. Last month was 8. This one's going to be 9. It's going to be crazy. Happy birthday. Thank you, Double Snake. Michelle is wearing Ken's present. Oh, I get it. I get all of her clothes off. I get it. No, but I'll show you what she got me. If that were the case, I wouldn't be here right now. I'll show you what she got me. I just made a comment in passing about how I wanted to go get a few of these from the Party City because I heard that they were there. But she got me a Halloween 3 mask. She got me the witch one. I thought that was pretty cool. I want all 3 of them, to be honest, but it's funny how I hated this movie when I was a kid. Now as an adult, I really like it, and now I'm collecting memorabilia for it. So, it's kinda funny how that works out. It is kinda weird, this little, like, back thing. It's almost like a blanket. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I also got a Pennywise, Toonie Terrors my sister sent me. I forgot to bring that down, though. But I don't have the Pennywise one, so I was happy to get that. Fresh News 247, thank you. Happy anniversary. Close. It's my birthday, but I guess it's my life anniversary. You're still young, Ken, but wait till you hit 40. I probably won't be doing these when I hit 40. I'll probably be too tired. I won't be able to do it. But I know. That would be awesome. Vinegar Syndrome, man, I cannot wait to see what they got in store for 2023. Like, they are just hitting it out of the park lately. If they could only give me my Amityville 4K. I see everybody else getting their Amityville 4K. I have still not got mine. I ordered that thing as soon as it went up. As soon as it went up, I ordered the damn Amityville 4K, and I still don't have it. And I know they prioritize their, subscription customers. I get it. To be honest, it's a little bit of a flaw, in my opinion, but I get it. Happy birthday. Thank you, Cal. I appreciate that, man. Hey, Ken, hope you had a great birthday. What did you do? Hope all the family is well and safe. I worked all day, Maria. So this is what we're doing right now is the best part of my day. Actually, the best part of my day when I came home and, talked to my family. My daughter gave me a bracelet and I watched House of Dragon. And now this is the next best part of my day. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. What gifts did you get? Well, I showed one of them. Yeah, I got a bracelet. And I don't know what else I got. My mom gave me an Amazon gift card. So, yeah. You get a little bit older, you don't really get a lot of gifts, and plus I kinda just buy whatever I want anyway for myself, so gifts kinda go out the window when you get to be an adult. Oh, nice. I can't wait for the 3rd act then. Hopefully the 1st and 2nd act are good too, though. Nice. Yeah, looks like it's arriving on time. All My Steely arriving on Tuesday, I hope. What about your Scream 2, Jess? I know you're getting Scream. Thank you, Adam. Oh, that stinks. If they delay that, I am going to flip my shit. 'Cause the thing is, when you delay something, I have to go back to work on Friday. So if I don't get it on Tuesday, that pretty much guarantees that I'm not gonna be able to talk about it. Because if I don't get it till Thursday, then I have to watch it, and I don't shoot stuff on the weekends. I shoot everything before I go back to work. I do some editing on the weekends, and that's it. Be careful what you wish for, Michael K. You don't wanna know what Mel, now look, I'm gonna push back on this a little bit. I said I liked The Lost Boys. I said I liked it. I did say I liked it. I said it's not an all-time great movie, not to me, but I liked it. I just didn't love it. I still liked it. It's not like I trashed on it. I gotta push back on that, you know? Friday Night on 4K, they better. They better. Catch Me, Dracula. Yeah, my Catch Me If You Can Steelbook's supposed to arrive Tuesday. I'm excited about that. I don't own it on Blu-ray in the collection. So I think that'll be the first time I own that movie at all. Speaking of Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio, you might see both of them show up on my list tonight. Couple of times. Oh, nice, Jesse. So we are 37 together for one day. For one day. Yeah, it'd be nice. Everybody's been wanting that, but I don't know if we're gonna get it. I don't give a shit who does it, but the thing is that if Warner Brothers owns Nightmare on Elm Street, Warner Brothers doesn't do cool shit. Like they release bare bones 4Ks. They got Warner Archive. They don't do like cool box sets, do they? I mean, name me one if they've done one recently. So I don't really trust Warner Brothers to handle it either. So like they have to license it out to somebody. Unless they want to start doing cool shit. Now Paramount's really stepping up. Like that paranormal activity set they're coming out with, that thing is awesome. All those steel books. I know they're just releasing the steel books to pay for the 4Ks to come, but I think that's a really smart, cool idea to be honest. Like I know people complain about it, but it's like, yeah, come out with some cool collector's edition steel books and then people buy them and the money that's made off of that finances the 4K. I don't mind that. I know some people mind that, but if that's what's got to happen to get some of these movies on 4K, then I'm all for it. I mean, I know people get pissed at Paramount, but it's like they care about their catalog. Like they put a lot into it. Thank you, movie fan. Appreciate it. Mel in the house. You guys gonna get Chucky 6, 7 in before the show? We're trying, Cal, but there's just a lot going on. We'll try to get one of those in tomorrow. But when I get Fright Night on Tuesday, we have to watch that Tuesday. So Fright Night will probably come in first. Oh, nice, Jason. Well, happy belated birthday. Yeah. Yeah, right. Thank you, Dan. Glad to hear my audio is doing okay. Yeah, I missed Piz's stream. I'm usually in there for a little bit. Piz announced earlier there is no new Nightmare box set coming next year, not being worked on anymore due to Wes Craven and Warner Brothers not releasing the rights. I mean, I believe it. There have been people talking about it. It was supposed to come, and it was speculated it was being worked on, and then nothing. And a lot of people thought it was still going to come this year, and I was like, nah, I think if that thing comes, like they're in the very early stages of it, like, and it seems like they were because they didn't even figure out if they had the rights yet. we're at least 2 years out from that. They were planning that probably for a 2024 release to coincide with the 40th anniversary. But I mean, I believe it. I mean, it sucks, but I don't care. Like, I don't need a Scream Factory box set. Just give me them on 4K, or give them to me with 4K scans, or Warner Brothers do a freaking box set or something. I don't care. Just give me something better than what they got. How would I rate them? I mean, I think Nightmare has some hits and misses. Friday the 13th to me doesn't have any misses. I love them all. So I would rate that franchise higher, but I think the highs are higher with Nightmare on Elm Street, to be honest. I mean, you have Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, and Dream Warriors are like great horror movies. And probably better than anything in the Friday the 13th franchise. And I love Wes Craven's New Nightmare too. And I love Dream Master. I've always loved Dream Master. I like Dream Child a lot. Freddy's Dead I can have fun with. The remake is atrocious. Nightmare 2, the jury's still out. I always grew up not liking that movie, but a lot of people hype that up. I'm going to rewatch it at some point. I'm going to see how it hits me when I'm a little bit older. It kind of had that same problem that Halloween 3 did for me for a lot of years. It just stuck out like a sore thumb. It just wasn't a part of the Nightmare on Elm Street universe to me. It just felt like something different. So I never enjoyed it that much as a kid. I love the bus opening. Like, that's a phenomenal opening to a horror movie. It may be the best opening in the franchise. But after that, it kind of went downhill. Thank you, Johnny Darko. Might be a little loud, but not bad. Got to get that pop filter. Should I turn down the... Maybe I'll turn down the gain just a little bit. Is that better? Is that better? Hey, Ken, happy birthday. What's up, Andrew Brown? Blonde is miserable. Don't. I've been seeing some people say it's great. Some people say it's miserable. That's a good idea, Fish. Because, yeah, I am paying for Hulu. But we were going to cancel Hulu after October, too, after Hellraiser. So I don't know. Thank you so much, Culture. Yeah, it's BS. I don't need it. I don't need it. I mean, Disney's just doing crap lately. Let's be honest here. It's regurgitated crap. It's all the same shit. Marvel, Star Wars, pointless remakes that nobody cared about or asked for, and I just don't care. Yeah, see, a lot of people love Freddy's Revenge. I'll have to rewatch it. Put aside some of my differences for it. I mean, does that box set look good? Watching episode 6 of House of the Dragon. What the happened? Shaking my head. You talking about with the episode? I don't know. That episode, I don't know. That show is so good because it has these moments that, because you watched Game of Thrones, you're expecting something horribly bad to happen in every scene. So when that tension gets up there, you're just expecting the worst. And the worst doesn't always happen like it did in Game of Thrones. But the tension's still there, and your freaking heart's up in your chest, or up in your throat. It's always in your chest. What am I talking about? Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat watching that episode. It was crazy, some of the scenes in that show, especially the kids. I'll say that. I have 86-inch TV, and yeah, DVD even upscale from OB is not the greatest, but watchable depending. Yeah. Thank you, Carrie. I'm gonna try to get through this chat, guys, because I gotta get started with this list apparently. Nightmare was my fave. Friday, Poltergeist, and finally Halloween. Halloween was mad to me. Wow. I could see that though. Like, if you didn't grow up with it, I could see that. But I'm surprised that Poltergeist was number 3. I think that Poltergeist is probably the best out of all of them. What's bad, Cal? What's up off the shelf movie night? How you doing, man? I ain't seen you in a while, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. It's my birthday. Well, at least for another 12 minutes. Hit the like button. That's all I ask for. Thank you, Matt. Van Cleef. My Fright Night Steal from Amazon not coming till mid-November. What? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's a good box set, man. But me and Mel both think that X is overrated. So we're in tune there. She should take comfort in that. Ken, you should watch Earth versus Spider. Okay. I'll be getting Vinegar Syndrome Amityville tomorrow. Friday Night 4K Steelbook Tuesday. I hope I get Amityville tomorrow. I really do. If I get Amityville, Fright Night, and Army of Darkness, I will review all 3 of those this week. If I get them both all within the next couple of days. Hey, Ken, good thing I caught this live stream. I had to go back in time. Thank you, Chris. You would. Oh, I mean, no, I'm not saying anything bad about the quality. I'm just saying they don't do anything like cool with their releases. It's just they're all just standard releases. Dang. You just watched House of the Dragon? Did you like it? Yeah, my Best Buy won't have shit in stores. I can already guarantee that. On Scream's live stream, Elm Street was brought up. They can't license it. Oh, they had a live stream? Was that on Instagram? I think they announced it. Oh, they consider it an active series even though they haven't made a fucking movie in 12 years. Are you kidding me? It's an active series. Just license the shit out. Doesn't mean you can't take it back when you decide to make a movie in 10 years. Oh, thank you, man. 15 years older, really? You do not look 52, man. You don't look a day over 42. So that's impressive. Yeah, I know it's crazy. Shout Scream sale. I was gonna dip. We might still dip into the Shout Scream sale. Depends on how quickly I get through this list. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Thank you. All right, I'm almost to the bottom of this. Let me see. Sorry if I missed anybody's comment, but I do want to get started on this because it might take a little bit. I have not seen that. Somebody hacked my account. Were y'all getting spam messages from me? All right, guys, if you get anything weird from me, let me see. If you sent it on Instagram, maybe I didn't check it. If you see anything weird from me, it's not true. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Excelsior is right. So apparently, I'll have to report that. It says, so I responded to Excelsior's comment on my most anticipated, and it said, hello, thanks for watching. It's your lucky day. We have a package for you. Wow. Now I'm getting hacked by the Telegram me. So yeah, if I say that I have a package for you, it's probably not true. Thank you, Steve, for letting me know that. Yeah, I'll go on there and report that after the stream. That movie's wild, man. I mean, my wife saw it in theaters last year. It's a good movie. Oh, Halloween 3 is good. It's good. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a great horror movie, but it's fun. It is a fun horror. I do like it. Oh, Scaps. I didn't like that movie that much. I don't know. It was like 2.5 hours long. I remember being bored to death. Everybody was good in it though. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was just very slow. No, I do have it. Now I know what you're talking about. I do have it. I do have it. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Beams Lawn and Lawnscapes. Thank you, Eve's Horror Show. Nice. October 3rd. Well, happy birthday in 7 minutes. Thank you, Make It a Blockbuster Night. Yeah, I did order from Vinegar Syndrome. I did. I checked the tracking a couple of years ago. Or a couple days ago, not years ago. Let's see. Thank you, JS. Yeah, I'm just happy to be alive. You know, at my age, another birthday's a blessing. Oh, well, thank you, Brain. I'm glad you were able to make it as well. Thank you, Underrated John. What? I haven't sent you my package yet, Gus. Haven't sent you my package yet. Was it actually from your account? It may have been one of those copycat bot accounts. No, it had my picture, but it wasn't my account. It said like Telegram something. October is one of my favorite months, hoping to get in some classic horror month, including Halloween. If you haven't seen any of those, then yeah, I highly recommend watching all four, especially The Shining. I mean, damn, it's one of the best of all time. Thank you, Steve. Christian, what's up, man? Thank you so much. H2O. I know Christian already got his Halloween 4Ks and he's freaking gushing about them so much. And it's like, I'm trying so hard to not hit Amazon and order that freaking box set. I didn't order it. I held strong. But everybody keeps gushing about it, or Christian keeps gushing about the damn scans. And I'm like, God damn it. I don't want to hear that it's good. I want everybody to have grease in them, scratches everywhere, and I want them to look like shit. So I feel justified in my decision to not get them. But no, everything's great. So I'll probably be ordering that in the next couple of days. Probably. Now, what I'm going to do is, because here's the thing, there's so much coming out this week. It's ridiculous. I will not realistically watch everything that I get in this week. So I'm definitely going to review Fright Night, Army of Darkness, Amityville if it comes in. Scream 2, I don't know. If it comes in too late, I might watch it. I don't know if I'll do a full review for it. I'll try to. But I'll wait till like mid-October. I might wait till Halloween weekend. I might wait till right before Halloween weekend because I put in a vacation that weekend. So I'll have like all weekend to watch them. So I might just do that and order it like towards the end of October. And then I'll get it in. So maybe it'll go down in price just a little bit before then. Maybe. Thank you, Matt. What movie do I want you to watch in my honor? One of the ones I go through tonight. But we haven't got there yet. Watch in my honor. Watch ET. No. I watch damn. I want to say a movie, but it's in my stack, so I'm not going to do it. Thank you, Excelsior. I appreciate that. I appreciate the $4.99. Thank you so much. Carrie Bork says, I missed out on getting your postal address, so can I send you some movies on 4K and Blu-ray from Australia? Is there any way I can get your postal address? Yeah, my P.O. box is down below, Carrie. It's linked down below. If you want to send anything, I would appreciate it. I need to go to my P.O. box this week, actually. Thank you, Darklight. Thank you, Ben Grimm. All right, guys, let's we'll get them on sale. I don't know. I can't get the Halloween box set, and because the thing about Halloween, like I don't watch Halloween all year round. Like I have to watch some Halloween movies during October. I can watch horror all year round, but when it comes to Halloween, like I feel like I have to watch that in October. I just feel like I have to. So I can't get that thing in like 3 months and then, watch them in like January, February. So I have to get it before the month ends. So hopefully it goes down in price. Damn it. I really want to see Resurrection in 4K. I really do. I think Curse is probably going to look freaking awesome too. Damn it. I would like to think so, Gus, but when it comes to this shit, I'm so weak. I'm just so weak. And as soon as somebody says something positive about anything, I just want to order it right away. I don't want to miss out. The FOMO's real. But I'll put a poll up in the chat. Let me do that. What you guys say goes. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Something funky going on my computer tonight. I'm just going to put up a simple poll. Should I get the Halloween 1995 through 2002 collection? See what you guys say. Should I get it now? I'll just put yes or no. Just do yes or no. Simple yes or no. Oh, Side Hustle Cinema. Thanks for the message about the package I won. I hope my social security number was helpful. You're welcome, Side Hustle. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. Mr. Frosty says, "Hi, Daddy." Mr. Frosty, I already got 2 kids. I don't need any more. I really don't. I'm for damn sure not going to pay $129, but I will pay $102. I was really happy about paying $23, but I got screwed by Walmart. I could not believe. I'm going to be honest. And I hope nobody in the chat takes any kind of offense to this if you're one of the ones that commented, because I don't mean anything bad by it. But that video I made about Walmart and Scream Factory screwing us over, I'm not saying whether it was right or wrong. I just couldn't believe how many people came to the defense of Walmart. Fucking big corporate entity Walmart. Forget about Scream Factory. Walmart is the man. The man. We're the people. Walmart is the big. Now, I'm corporate Ken, so I'm for corporations all the way. But I just think it's funny how many people came to the defense of Walmart's, one of the greediest corporations on the planet. How many people have they put out of business? People are defending Walmart's, and because they made a mistake. Whatever, own up to it. Give us our thing. I don't care. You put the mistake up on there. I took advantage of it. Let me ask you all something. If you go into Walmart, okay, and you see a box of Cheerios and it's labeled for a penny on the shelf, it's labeled for 1 cent, and you take it up to the cash register and it rings out at 1 cent and you pay 1 cent for it, and then you're on your way out. You're on your way out the door. Then the fucking Walmart greeter stops you and says, "No, that's not a penny. I'm going to need you to pay another $6, or you can just go put that box of Cheerios back on the shelf." What are you going to say? You know that box of Cheerios is worth more than a cent. You know it's worth more than a cent because that's what you've been paying for it your whole life. But you found it on the shelf for a penny and you grabbed it and you're like, hey, it's my lucky day. I got Cheerios for a penny. And then Walmart tries to take it back. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to be pissed about that? Are you going to say Walmart screwed you? You're goddamn right you are. That's my point. So, yeah. I got heated there for a second. Sorry. But anyway, I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. I really, they've come to the defense of Walmart. Fucking Walmart. It's ridiculous. So ridiculous. What's up, Manuel? We all know why you haven't ordered. You're hoping against hope that somehow your canceled Walmart box set still shows up on your doorstep. Manuel is one of those Walmart defenders, if you guys couldn't tell. I'm sorry, Manuel. I don't mean anything by that. I'm sorry. Sorry. What'd you guys vote on? What's the verdict? 58 votes? 50-50. Are y'all kidding me right now? Are y'all kidding me? I went to my P.O. box last week, Rhino Nar, and there wasn't nothing there. So, I don't know. Oh, really? Well, you're weird, Cal. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Latulo. Walmart is evil. I used to work for him. Tasty, tasty. Hell yeah, man. Walmart is God. I think it's more about the actual entitlement of people who think they deserve something for damn near free because of the pricing area. They really can't let it slide. Uh-oh. I can let it slide. Like I'm not like going to Walmart with pitchforks or anything. It's not like I'm calling people and bitching and screaming and yelling, but fact of the matter is I have this YouTube channel and it was a big deal for physical media collectors, so I made a video about it. I mean, what do you want me to do? Gotta make a video about it. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I don't care. Cause yeah, I mean, I got one over on them. I kind of was supposed to get it. I should have got it. I know it was worth more than 23 bucks. I should have got it. But it's okay. It's all right. But yeah, I get it. Walmart would go out of business if they let us all get that. They really would. They would be closing their doors tomorrow. It's true. Walmart could not sustain that type of loss. Ask your no, because she'll just tell me no. And I don't want to hear that. I mean, whatever happened to the customer's right? Whatever happened to that? We are the customers. We're the fucking customers. Does nobody care about that anymore? Again, I understood it when Scream Factory did it. When they did the pricing error on Army of Darkness, I didn't have anything to say about it. I made a video about that and was in defense of Scream Factory. I feel like I'm always in defense of Scream Factory, despite the fact they send me crushed up cases and everything else, torn up slip art and missing discs. I still come to their defense. But Walmart, no. No. I'm not doing that with Walmart. Not doing that with Walmart, especially since they don't stock my physical media on Tuesdays. Fuck Walmart. Fuck them. Now, if you ask the Hillbilly Hunter, he would tell you otherwise. He loves Walmart. He really does. See? I thought it was a pretty good comparison. I did. Yeah, I really think that was the case too. Because it's all about image. It would make them look bad if they did that. Because the thing is that everybody that's talking shit about those that are complaining about losing the deal, let's be honest here. Everybody that's complaining about people that are upset that they lost the deal are people that ordered the set for $130, and they would have been butthurt if we all got it for 23. That's the truth. That is the truth. I'm in a mood tonight, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. No, I can't do that. Hillbilly ain't never gonna stop at Walmart. Stop shopping at Walmart. Can't leave Walmart alone. It was it was the greedy resellers that ordered 4, 5, 6 copies. Yeah, I mean, I think that put it on their radar for sure. I only ordered one. I only ordered one. Give me a break, Walmart. All right, what's the poll at? I'm literally at 50-50. All right, so I ended it, and I'm just going to take that as a sign that I'll just get it by the end of the month. I'll get it this month. 152 people in here. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. We'll get started on my movies here in a second. If you're just now joining, we haven't even got started on the movies yet. I'm going to have to go through these lightning quick. We're already an hour in. We'll probably be here till 1 in the morning, but don't want to be here much later than that. Kill the Beast. Halloween was filmed in the spring, summer. From the Walmart's TOS, Walmart reserves the right to cancel any orders containing pricing or availability errors with no further obligations to you, even after your receipt of an order confirmation. Yeah, I'm not saying they stole from me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a shitty thing to do. In my opinion, it's a shitty thing to do. And it's not good business. But what are we going to do about it? I mean, they're Walmart. You going to not go to Walmart? And that's what I'm talking about. They created a monopoly. They put all kinds of people out of business. And we have no other option. Walmart is Disney. We have no other option. We have to go to Walmart. Right? There's some other stores you can go to. You got Costco and Sam's and all that kind of stuff. But Sam's is still Walmart. You go to Costco. I mean, I usually do most of my grocery shopping at Kroger, but I'll go to Walmart for some things. Exactly. They took my money out of my bank account. Yeah, it was pending. Took it out of my bank account. And it took them 3 or 4 days to say cancel. At least Screen Factory canceled within like 2 hours. It took them like 3 or 4 days. Come on. Yeah, they don't care. But to be honest, culture, that's, again, I'm talking shit about Walmart, but I really do think it's because Screen Factory got on them. I think that Walmart probably would have gave it to us. I really do think Scream Factory was all over him on that. I'm getting there, Ben. I don't know about wisdom, but I'm getting there. Thank you, God is the greatest. I might. I just might. Watch Frailty last night for the first time. Yeah, I'm so excited to watch it. We put that on our 13 Days of Horror, me and my wife, last night on our live stream. So I'm going to get to watch it this month, and I'm excited. Haven't seen that movie in probably 15 years. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. What did it say? Thank you, Dougie. I hate Walmart. I'm pretty sure I steal produce from the self checkout, not because I'm a thief. I just can't figure out how to pay for it. You have to type it in, side hustle. What you got? How many? Or you weigh it. That's how you do produce. Life is pretty good. It's pretty divided. I mean, 50-50, that's pretty damn impressive. Yeah, that thing will go down to $80 in a couple of months. Oh, we're going. We're going. Am I there? Find a Walmart that has a Halloween box set and throw $22 on the ground as you run out the door with it. Oh my god. I don't think they'll have that in stores though, to be honest. But that would be funny. This is what I deserve. You all took what I deserved. I deserve this box set at $23. God damn it. It's mine. Fuck you, Walmart. Alex Zorba, I haven't been to Walmart in years. Yeah, I mean, I go every couple of weeks. But I mean, since I don't have to go there every Tuesday anymore, it's less frequent my Walmart trips. Too bad you couldn't find a Walmart and ask them to price check it for Walmart or Lime. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately though, since it's Sony, I see them doing the Steelbook and then they'll do a standalone 4K with no slipcover. I mean, that's what they did for Last Action Hero and Gattaca and I think a few other titles. What's up, Piz? How you doing, man? I appreciate that. Corporate Ken. That's what I'm about. You know it's bad when Corporate Ken goes against Walmart. The ultimate corporation. Thank you so much, Piz. I appreciate you being in here. Type of daddy. Type of daddy Halloween decorations? I received my Halloween 4K. The USPS ripped open the package, though, and left me a note about how the posters don't qualify as media mail. Really? That's weird. Thank you, John. Thank you, Horror Collector for Life. I appreciate that. Thank you, fans of something. All right, you guys want to get started with these movies? There are 153 people in here. Look, I've got an H2O. People keep commenting about this on my channel. For some reason, I keep wearing this damn H2O shirt. I really like it. That's one of the reasons. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of this movie, but so I'm wearing an H2O shirt. I've got the Curse poster back there, and I keep saying how I'm not a big fan of the movies in the new Halloween box set. It doesn't make any freaking sense. Okay. All right. So I was born in 1985. See, Pez still in here talking about it. What'd you say? I'll never forget Walmart for canceling my Halloween 4K set. I never will either. It was a shitty thing to do. Anyway, I was born in 1985. So let's get into my favorite films or my favorite film from 1985. And then we're going to go from 1985 to, I can't really go to 2022 because I don't have a lot of movies from this year on physical media. My favorite movie from this year hasn't come out yet. But 1985, what do y'all think my favorite movie of 1985 is going to be? It's pretty easy. Just think about 1985. What's the first thing that pops in your head when you think of movies from 1985? Forgive, I've been drinking. Well, I know you just got done with your live stream, so you're probably pretty hammered right now, Piz. I'm just drinking coffee. I cannot stream and drink. I don't know how you all do it. I tried it once when I hit 10K, and I was dead. Back to the Future. Of course. This is in my top 3 movies of all time. Had to be my number 1 for that year. So Back to the Future is my favorite film from 1985. Now, I will say with this list, I was trying to scramble it together and put it together very quickly. Some of these you're going to be scratching your head because there's much better movies in the year, but remember, this is my favorites. These are movies that when I was thinking about doing this list, I was like, what are movies from these years that I would watch tonight. When I got off this live stream, I was like, I'm just in the mood to watch it right now. I tried to think of it in that way because those, I believe, are my true favorites. Movies that I would just watch anytime at the drop of a hat. So some of these movies, if I was doing a ranking, might not be my number one, although Back to the Future is my number one of 1985. Some of these might not be my number one, but they're movies that I can just watch anytime. I don't care. So I wanted to say that before I got into 1986. A lot of great movies that came out in 1986. I just did a video on it. This movie I could probably watch anytime. I love it. I've been watching it since I was a kid. I got this Vestron video release, and that's Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive from 1986. And this was a tough year because there's a lot of movies that came out in 1986, but I was just like, what? Let me get these porn bots out of here. But yeah, there was a lot of movies that came out in 1986, a lot of great movies. You know, Big Trouble in Little China, I really enjoyed. Stand By Me, I really enjoyed. You got Aliens in this year. I don't know. I was just in the mood to pick Maximum Overdrive. I love this movie. It's been with me for a very long time. So Maximum Overdrive is my 1986 pick. Now let's get into 1987. I just did a video on this. I just could not pick this one. I mean, some of these are going to be no-brainers, especially the ones in the 80s and 90s. They're just movies that have been with me for my entire life. Predator. 1987, Predator is absolutely my favorite film of this year, even though this was hard because 1987's got a ton of great movies. RoboCop is in 1987. I love that movie too. But Predator, I don't know, it just brings that something special. Arnold, you gotta love it. Carl Weathers, just a pure action movie. It's also a pure monster movie, pure horror movie. So many things. Beautifully directed. Damn, I'm forgetting his name. Same guy did Die Hard. John McTiernan, got him. I know his name. I forgot it. Predator, 1987. 1988, have to go with Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is in my top 5 movies of all time. I've been watching this movie since I was 5 years old. It has not aged at all. I watch it at least once a year. I love this movie. My wife loves this movie. My kids love this movie. Michael Keaton doesn't have a ton of screen time in this movie, but the time that he's in this movie, he's perfect. He's one of the best performances on screen. Absolutely love him. Like, when it comes to movies like Beetlejuice and also the next movie I'm going to mention, like, these are movies that, how do I phrase this? These are the reasons why I love movies at all. The reasons why I'm sitting right here talking about movies is because of some of these movies. And some people might not be able to understand that if you've never seen Beetlejuice and you just watch it for the first time a couple of years ago. You probably don't understand what the fuss is about. But back when I was like 4 or 5 watching Beetlejuice, like, it was everything. Like, just the whole world opened up, and I just got lost in movies like this. I would watch them over and over and over again. Loved them. Loved everything about them. Beetlejuice is just a great horror comedy, if you want to call it that, but I don't know. I just love this movie. Michael Keaton. He's seen The Exorcist 167,000 times. Keeps getting funnier every single time he sees it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy here. And what do you think? Think I'm qualified. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis. Like, I love Gina Davis. She's one of my favorite actresses. Tim Burton. And it's funny, we go right into 89. 89, I could have went a variety of places. 89's got a lot of great movies. But I went ahead again, picked another movie that it's the reason why I love movies. You know, and I've been watching this movie since I remember watching this in Beetlejuice all the time. And it's like when I was a kid, Tim Burton was everything. This is Batman, 1989. This is a big deal when this movie came out. This was a big deal. Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Michael Keaton is still my Batman. I don't care. You guys can have your Christian Bales and your Ben Afflecks and your Robert Pattinsons. I don't give a shit. I will take Michael Keaton as Batman every day. Every day. I love this movie. I go back and forth on which one I like more. Do I like this? Do I like Batman Returns more? I kind of lean towards this. That whole cathedral sequence at the end. It was always awesome to me as a kid. I loved them climbing up and dropping the bell down and all that stuff. And yeah, Ben Grimm. And as I go, guys, feel free to comment on some of your favorites from the years that I'm covering. But Ben Grimm says, "You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?" So many quotable lines in this movie. The soundtrack by Prince is incredible. Party Man. It's such a great movie. It gets a little goofy when you watch it now. You know, if you have never seen this movie and you watch Robert Pattinson's The Batman, you go back and try to watch this, you can be like, what the hell is this? Because you're going to be used to that serious tone, or even the Dark Knight trilogy. You're going to be used to that. You're going to think that that's what Batman is. You're not going to appreciate this. But back when this was the only movie we had, superhero movie, legitimate superhero movie, yeah, we had the Superman movies. This was everything. This was everything. When this movie opened up, Michael Keaton comes out, that leather Batman suit, and the guy on the roof. Don't kill me. Don't kill me, man. I'm not going to kill you, but I want you to tell your friends about me. I'm Batman. Nobody can deliver that line like Michael fucking Keaton. Like, he owns that role. I don't care what anybody says. He is Batman to me. But yeah, I was going back and forth because another movie that came out in 1989 was Back to the Future Part 2, and I love Back to the Future Part 2 so much, but I didn't want to pick another Back to the Future movie. I love Ghostbusters 2 so much. Another movie with a great soundtrack. I know a lot of people don't say they don't love Ghostbusters 2. I don't know why. I love that one and the first one almost equally. But I don't own Ghostbusters 2 at all. I don't know what's wrong with me. Here's what's wrong with me. Here's the thing with me and Ghostbusters 2. So I bought the first Ghostbusters. I found a steelbook at Walmart. Ghostbusters 2 steelbook wasn't there, so I didn't get it. Bought the steelbook at Walmart. And yeah, I came home, watched Ghostbusters. For whatever reason, I never ordered Ghostbusters 2, but then the 4Ks came out earlier this year. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get this. And then it sold out. And I was like, should I just order the old 4K? But I was like, no, I'm going to wait because they'll re-release these with the new scan individually. And they haven't yet. So I've been waiting on that. I'm tired of waiting. I'm just going to get the Ghostbusters 2 movie collection on Blu-ray or something to tide me over. I don't know. But yeah. I know Cal's a big DC fan. Says Returns slightly, very slightly is the best. I love Returns. I love them both. Probably pretty equally. Michael Keaton as Batman. I thought I was alone in that. No, John, you're not. I think it's, for us, like when you're, I would say mid to late 30s, early 40s, like we get it. Like we did not grow up in the era where there were superhero movies everywhere and you had all you could handle at all times. Like you remember where you were when you watched Batman 1989 for the first time. You remember where you were when you watched it for the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the 100th time, because that was the only freaking movie that you had. You remember that. It was a great movie. Great movie. Jack Nicholson, man. So good. So good. Can somebody can somebody tell me what kind of a world we live in where a man dressed up as a bat gets all my press? It's good. Dude, I love Michael Keaton. He's one of the best actors of all time. This town needs an enema. Let's just do Batman 89 quotes because there's so many. Thank you, Ben Grimm. Thank you, Mezzy. Yeah, we're getting ready to go to 1990. It's not going to be what you expect, but I did think of Tremors. So many great movies in 1990. But what I picked for 1990, probably something that nobody else would pick for 1990. But it's another one of those movies that I've been watching since I was a kid. This is probably the first horror movie I ever watched, ever laid my eyes on. And that's It. Stephen King's It. Second Stephen King movie in this stack. I love this movie. I love it. I love it more than the new ones. I like the new ones a lot. I think they're both really good. But there's just something about this movie. It still holds up for me. I love the score. All the kids in this movie, I think, have some great chemistry. Just the childhood camaraderie between them all. Pennywise, Tim Curry's Pennywise is scary as hell. I love the adult portion. I love John Ritter. I love Harry Anderson. Everybody in this movie I enjoy. Like, I know you got Annette O'Toole as Beverly. Like, I just love the cast in this movie so much. To me, like those, it was so hard for me to get into the new It because I just saw that these kids and these actors as the kids and the adults. So it was, it's very hard for me to separate that in my brain because I read this book like a couple of times when I was a kid. So when I read the book, I always envisioned these actors because I watched the movie before I read the book. Yeah, everybody says the second half's weak. I love the whole movie. I really love the whole movie. Really love the whole movie. But yeah, It 1990. That's my pick for 1990. Well, since you spoiled it, fans of something, yes, 1991 is without question Terminator 2. And I pulled out this steelbook. I have multiple editions of Terminator 2, but I wanted to show the steelbook off again because it's a beautiful steelbook. Look at that thing. But yeah, what do you say about Terminator 2? What do you say about it? It's probably my favorite action movie of all time. It only gets better every time you watch it, is the weird thing. Like, you would think it would have aged a little bit by now, but it just gets better every time I watch it. It's so good. But the first one's growing on me a lot too. But yeah, hands down, 1991 for me is T2. Like, that first half of that movie just doesn't stop. It does not stop at all. Did Edward Scissorhands come out in 90? Yeah, I think I saw that. But then I would have went Burton 3 years in a row if I did Scissorhands. And I'm not a huge fan of Scissorhands. Not Batman Returns. Not Batman Returns. 1992's Unforgiven. And now I've got a legitimately great film, an Oscar winner. I think this is the first Oscar winner. Best Picture. Best Director as well. I watched this for the first time this year, and this blew me away. So when I got to 1992, yeah, there was a lot of other stuff I could have picked, but I wanted to throw some prestige in here, and I think Unforgiven is damn good. It's so good. So good. And yeah, I am kind of... Home Alone 2 is awesome. When did Home Alone come out? Was that 90? That might have beat It 1990 if I would have thought about it more, to be honest, but I love Home Alone 2 as well, but I'm going to go with Unforgiven for this one. I think it's legitimately the best movie that came out in 1992. So, like I said, some of these are going to be favorites. A few of them is going to be ones that were the best of that year, in my opinion. A good mix of stuff, but Unforgiven's incredible. If you have not seen this movie, Morgan Freeman, Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman is a great villain in this movie. One of the best I've ever seen. But yeah, I was just blown away. The ending of this movie, the climax, you're on the edge of your seat. Love it. Love it. Unforgiven. Oh, damn, Fish. Oh, damn, man. Oh, God. I probably would have picked A League of Their Own if I would have remembered that one. I love A League of Their Own. I love it so much. Also, Aladdin came out that year. A lot of great stuff. 1992 is a great year. But yeah, I'm happy with Unforgiven. But yeah, like I said, there's gonna be some years where I'm like, damn it, I would have picked that. But Cool World, come on, Cal. uh, hey Ken, just seen Batman with Michael Keaton this year. I thought Michael Keaton was a good Batman, but I do like the world of Christian Bale was really good, and Heath Ledger was outstanding as Joker. I agree. Heath Ledger is out of this world. To be honest, I think that's the best portrayal of the Joker. But again, you just saw it this year. So you got to place yourself back in our shoes. And I do think that it's truly a case of you're only going to get it if you grew up in that time because it was just so ingrained in you. And like I said, it was all we had. All we had was Batman 89 until Batman Returns came out. But yeah, I get it, man. I get it. It's such a good movie, man. It's such a good movie. Such a good I was blown away this year watching that. Just do all Tim Burton movies. I'll have to stop when I get to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh god. Alex, you're probably right. In fact, I mean I know you're right, but thing is, I love A League of Their Own. I've watched that movie since I was a kid. Again, I remember seeing that in the drive-in. So I watched that since I was 7 years old, and it's just something that's a part of me, and I just love that movie so much. Whereas damn it, Christmas Vacation. I love Christmas Vacation. But again, I don't know if I would put Christmas Vacation over Batman 89. It probably has more staying power than Batman 89. I will admit that because I watch Christmas Vacation every Christmas Eve. There's not one year I go without watching that movie. I love it. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, really? Damn. Um, I think with some boutique labels, yeah. I don't think we'll see when we get through the fall. I'll have to get through the fall to answer that. But I don't feel like there's been a ton of issues with a lot of studios this year. Some boutique stuff with Scream Factory and Arrow, but not a ton. Not a ton. Oh yeah, Broken Machine. That's great. I'm glad you watched that. I have not seen Monster Squad, Dougie. It's one of the big ones I have to check out. I should have tried to put that on our my wife and I's list. Thank you, Nick G. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's get into 1993, and we're going to go with another basic choice, but Jurassic Park. It's a great movie. I love this movie. I can't not put this on the list for 1993, but to tell you the truth, 1993's got a lot of great movies I could have picked from. I mean, you had The Nightmare Before Christmas come out in 1993. Mrs. Doubtfire, which I'm just now remembering. Had I remembered that, I might have picked that over Jurassic Park, but I love Mrs. Doubtfire. It's just so hard with some of these years. It really is so hard. There was a couple other ones. Nightmare Before Christmas. There was another one that I had in close contention with this. Oh, Demolition Man. Demolition Man. I love Demolition Man. But I mean, Jurassic Park's is Jurassic Park. Again, it's another movie that I saw this in theaters and I was scared to death of the T-Rex coming through the gate. And it's one of those magical movie experiences that you'll remember for the rest of your life. But in all honesty, Doubtfire probably would go over J Park for me. I love Mrs. Doubtfire. I love it. You're going to see as I go through this list, comedy is going to take a prominent spot when we get to certain years and decades. I love comedies. Hocus Pocus or The Leprechaun. I would not pick The Leprechaun, but Hocus Pocus, that's an important movie to me too. I do love Hocus Pocus. I saw that in the theaters, I think on my 8th birthday. So I'd been 29 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, 29. 29. Yeah, John. And you're like I said, you're gonna see some. My picks are all over the place, but like I said, they're movies that if I could throw them in tonight, I would. You know, they're that good. That's kind of what I was basing it on. Yeah, it's hard to beat Jurassic Park though. It really is. It really is. Could be Eternal. Could be. A lot of great movies in 95. But let's go into 94. 94 is an incredible year. You got 3 movies that were vying for Best Picture that a lot of people still argue about to this day as to which one should have won. Shawshank Redemption, Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction. None of those are my pick. None of those are my pick, and I love all 3 of those movies. You also had the Jim Carrey trio that came out this year, Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, Ace Ventura. I love all those movies. A lot of great movies in 1994. But the one I'm going to pick again is the movie that as soon as I get off the stream, I'm going to go watch it. And it's another movie I've loved since I was a kid. And it got a 4K last year, and I'm so excited for it to finally get a 4K. And that's Speed. I love Speed. I was big on 90s action movies. Love these movies. I love movies like this and Broken Arrow and Bad Boys and some other ones I don't want to mention because I might talk about them later. But I love Speed so much. It's such a rewatchable movie. Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves are just the perfect pair. And I think Sandra Bullock is so underrated as an action star. You know, she really kind of popped there for a little bit in the 90s, mid 90s with Demolition Man and Speed. And I love her in this movie. And I love Keanu in this movie. And Dennis Hopper is a great villain. And it's a great movie. I mean, a lot of people call this Die Hard on a bus. I would say this is a better movie than Die Hard. And I know a lot of people would disagree with me on that, but I love this movie. It's got a bunch of great set pieces, but it's just such a great idea. A bus that cannot slow down has to stay above 55 and the complications and obstacles that they have to go through as a result of that, keeping the bus over 55. And just a really cool plot. And, you know, a lot of cool things happen. I always used to see this movie as like 3 acts. It's probably one of the first movies I actually realized that movies had like three-act story structures. The beginning, you have the elevator set piece. Then you have the big bus set piece that takes most of the movie. And then you have the end subway set piece. Tons of great set pieces. But I really feel like this is the best action movie of the 90s. I love this movie so much. Speed 2 Cruise Control you will not see on this list, but Speed is great. You cannot say Speed is not great. You could argue Forrest Gump and, of course, Shawshank Redemption and Pulp Fiction are better movies, but Speed, I really believe that's my favorite. Speed is not a Christmas movie, not by a long shot. Speed 2 equals trash. Yes, it does. All right, let's get into my 95 pick. I could have went a lot of routes here, but I'm going to go with a little bit of recency bias. I just watched this movie on 4K. I love this movie. I think it's a masterpiece. So I'm going with Heat for 1995. I think Heat is great. I just reviewed it. So, all my thoughts are out there. Go check out my review. But how can you argue against Heat? I think Heat is the best movie of 1995. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't know if there's any movie in 1995 I would put above Heat. Let me look at it real quick because I think there was a couple other ones I was like, I don't know. Having a tough time. Obviously, Curse of Michael Myers, Showgirls. Those could take Heat's spot. Batman Forever, which I think somebody said 7 was the one that I was like going up against Heat for me. I was like, that was kind of tough. 7 or Heat. Casper. I'm not a big Casper fan anymore. I liked it when I was a kid, but we rewatched it last year, and I was like, this movie's not that good. So yeah, there's a lot of great movies in 95. Clueless is a great movie. I love Clueless, but I'm happy with Heat, I think. I would have picked 7, but oh yeah, Toy Story is the other one I was going back and forth on because I really love Toy Story. Toy Story is so close to my heart. It should honestly be Toy Story, but I don't know. You can't go wrong with Heat though. You really can. Casino is great too. Casino is great. Usual Suspects, I'm not a huge fan of. Let me know what you don't agree with, Chris. I love Billy Madison. I don't have a Blu-ray of it though. I wish I did. Um, so we're going into 96. This was tough. It was between 2 movies, and it came down to the Blu-ray was readily available on my shelf versus a VHS tape that's in the closet I would have had to dig for. But I love both movies almost the same. Both very important movies from my childhood. But I'm going to go ahead and pull Twister for 1996. I love Twister. It's a very important movie to me. It literally cured my fear of tornadoes. Cured my fear of tornadoes. I was deathly afraid of tornadoes until this movie came out. Every time there was a tornado warning, I would cower in my room under a bunch of pillows and I would be scared. And then I watched Twister and I wanted to be a storm chaser. And I would always go in the yard when there was tornado warnings and I would look for tornadoes in the sky. And I just became obsessed with them. And I literally wanted to be Bill Paxton. He was like my idol. He was like a superhero to me. I loved him. It's such a great movie with such impressive state-of-the-art special effects at the time. Like I really think that there's a couple sequences that don't hold up, but I really think that a lot of this movie still holds up. Like the tornadoes still look really good. Like that F5 tornado at the end looks phenomenal still. And that whole sequence with The Shining on the drive-in theater. Like I remember watching that when I was a kid and I didn't even know what The Shining was. Like I kind of knew what it was. I knew it was Jack Nicholson or whatever with the axe, but I hadn't even watched The Shining yet. I don't think I would watch The Shining for like another 10 years. So, but that was so scary to me, that tornado in the dark and everybody's watching the movie and all of a sudden, and I was kind of like, how do you all not hear this freaking thing coming in the back of my mind? But let me unwrap this damn thing for one. I'm tired of having the plastic on this. I watched this like a year or so ago on Netflix because I hadn't seen it in a while and I saw it pop up on Netflix. But then I found the Blu-ray at Best Buy not too long ago, and I don't know when they're going to do a 4K. They might not ever do a 4K. It's owned by Warner Brothers though, so it's a possibility. I think it's definitely a possibility. But yeah, I love Twister. Who doesn't love Twister? It's the suck zone, baby. But the other movie I was going back and forth between is Independence Day. I love Independence. Damn it. I love it. I still love Twister more, but Independence Day is awesome. But From Dusk Till Dawn, I love that movie. I don't have a Blu-ray of it because I thought the 4K was coming and I didn't buy the Blu-ray for $8. I was getting ready to, but then the 4K got announced and I didn't buy the Blu-ray. Now the 4K is still not out. So I might just buy the Blu-ray because I need it on Blu-ray. But I have it on VHS. And I wore that VHS tape out. Like that was my favorite movie when I was a kid. I just loved it so much. I thought it was so cool how it just transitioned between like a thriller to a horror movie. And it was awesome. I love Dusk Till Dawn. So yeah, that I was having a tough time going back and forth between that and Twister. But let's go into 1997. 1997 is an incredible year. Incredible year for movies. A lot of great action movies came out in 1997. But my favorite action movie of 1997, and this is in very close contention with Speed for me for being the best action film of the 90s. The best action film of the 90s. It goes back and forth between this and Speed. This is my favorite Nicolas Cage film. And no, it's not Face Off. It's Con Air. I love Con Air. It is just one of those great movies from my childhood that I just remember watching over and over again. I love the story. I love the cast. The cast is insane in this movie. So many great people doing awesome things. Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, John Malkovich is a great villain. Steve Buscemi was terrifying to me when I was a kid. Ving Rhames, you got Danny Trejo in this movie. You got Dave Chappelle in this movie. Like it's such a great cast. I love Con Air. But 1997 is incredible. Somebody called out Good Will Hunting. I was almost picked that. I love Good Will Hunting. Also, Contact. When I get to 1997, talking about my favorite Blu-rays that you need to own from 1997, there's a lot of great 1997 movies. Starship Troopers, The Game. God, so many people. So many people. I think Huck was in the beginning, wasn't he? He probably in bed. I mean, it is kind of late. God, what else was there? 1997 is an incredible year, but I love Contact. That's such a good movie. Air Force One, Face Off, like 1997's got banger after banger after banger. So many great movies. Con Air. This year was the 25th anniversary. Every year for every movie in 1997 is the 25th anniversary. Should have got a 4K, but you know, Disney. Yeah, Batman and Robin too. The Rock was 1996. I love The Rock. I did love The Rock. I rewatched it this year. I did love it. Devil's Advocate. That's that movie. Al Pacino's so freaking out of this world in that movie. Men in Black. So many great movies came out in 97. But I think I'm happy with Con Air because it is one of those movies that I just loved it. I love the story. You know, the idea of a guy that's just went to prison for 7 years just defending his girlfriend from these assholes at a bar. And he just wants to get home. He just wants to get home to his daughter, and he has to go through all these obstacles and horribly villainous people and convince them that he's just as bad as they are. And it's a great movie. Such a great movie. I love it. Van Horizon. Yeah, great movies. I love Matilda. When did that come out? But let's get into 1998. Going with the Faculty. 1998 wasn't that hard for me. There was a couple of movies I could have picked instead of the Faculty, but I love the Faculty. That is legitimately one of my favorite movies of all time. It's definitely top 3 horror movies of the 90s probably for me. But let's see. Deep Impact came out this year. I love Deep Impact. I love Rush Hour. But yeah, 1998 didn't feel like the best year when I was looking through. Armageddon, I love. You know, H2O came out this year. Urban Legend, I do like Urban Legend, but the Faculty's on another level for me. It's just Waterboy, Basketball. There's some good movies, but I don't feel like there's that like one great movie. Enemy of the State, I love. From 1997. The Truman Show. The Truman Show was also in close contention. But I don't own The Truman Show on Blu-ray. I wish I did, but I don't. But I love The Truman Show. The Faculty's phenomenal. If you have not seen this movie, this is, you know, a Scream-esque type horror film, but it's not just a horror film, it's also a science fiction film. It's a monster movie. It's a mystery. It's got a great cast of kids with just great chemistry with each other. Just such a slick, cool, fun movie. Just a great style and tone. It's directed by Robert Rodriguez, who was just on fire in the 90s. Like you had Dusk Till Dawn, you had The Faculty, you know, of course, Desperado, and he was just on fire in the 90s. I love this movie. Josh Hartnett, like he was just the coolest in this movie. Jordana Brewster, Elijah Wood, Usher. Who doesn't like a movie with Usher in it? You got freaking T1000, Robert Patrick in this movie. It's a great movie. Faculty. Let's go into 1999 as we close out the 90s. And this is another one that I watched recently for the first time a couple of years ago. Let me take a drink real quick. 1999. This is one of those years I'm going to make you all guess what it is. Because 1999 this is such a hard year that I just had to do my finger back and forth across the row of movies and pick out whatever masterpiece I was going to pick for this year. Because there's 1999 is one of the greatest years in film history. Everybody knows that. You got the Blair Witch Project. You got American Beauty, which Eternal Melancholy called out. Liar Liar was in 97. Another great movie from 97. Oh my God. Love it. Fight Club, Galaxy Quest, Black Beauty. I don't think I've heard that one before. The Matrix. You got so many movies. Literally, 1999 is stacked. Magnolia, being John Malkovich, Stir of Echoes, Eyes Wide Shut, Cruel Intentions, Analyze This, American Pie, Blue Streak, Sleepy Hollow, Bringing Out the Dead, Wild Wild West. Come on. Is my pick Wild Wild West? Let's see. You got Idle Hands. I love Idle Hands. None of these are my picks, though. Dick. I love Dick. Don't take that the wrong way. But I do love Dick with Michelle Williams and Kirsten Dunst. Man on the Moon is phenomenal. Watched that for the first time this year. October Sky. Are you guys hearing these movies? The Sixth Sense came out this year. Mystery Men came out this year. She's All That. Blast from the Past. I love that movie too. Star Wars. The Phantom Menace. Big Daddy. Magnolia. You guys hearing all these? Election. The Bone Collector. 8mm. Are you guys ready for this one? Candyman 3. Bowfinger. Lake Placid. None of these are my picks, by the way. Varsity Blues. I love that movie. Love it. Talented Mr. Ripley. Girl Interrupted. The Insider. Double Jeopardy. It's an amazing year. It really is. The Mummy. It's not mine. Has anybody guessed it? Office Space. I love Office Space. But my number one favorite movie of 1999 is The Green Mile. Enrico Man 85 called it. I watched this for the first time last year, and then I watched it again on 4K this year. And before I watched it on 4K, I was like, I just watched this movie. I don't know if I'm ready to watch a 3-hour movie again that I just watched the year before. But as soon as I started playing this movie, I could not take my eyes off it. I just got so caught up in the story again. And I legitimately think it's one of Tom Hanks' best performances. I love Michael Clark Duncan. I love Sam Rockwell. I love this whole cast. I love this story. The movie flies by. And I know when it comes to Frank Darabont movies, you have those that are Shawshank Redemption people, and you have those that are Green Mile people. And I feel like the Green Mile people are few and far between, but I'm a Green Mile person. I prefer this movie over Shawshank Redemption. That doesn't mean that I don't love Shawshank Redemption. I think that's a masterpiece as well, but the Green Mile just takes it to the next level. Like this movie, there's a good 5 or 6 points in this movie where I'm legitimately tearing up. Like this movie makes me feel a lot. And I love movies that make me feel something. And it's just a great movie. What is the guy's name that was in Babe? Barry Pepper's phenomenal. James Cromwell, so good in this movie. Bonnie Hunt, so good in this movie. David Morse, so good. Everybody. Harry Dean Stanton. The sequence in the electric chair where the guy gets electrocuted because of that little dickhead that doesn't put the sponge on his head. It's such a horrific scene. But yeah, if you've been putting it off and you haven't seen The Green Mile, highly recommend it. It's just one of the greatest movies of all time to me. It's just up there. It's up there with Unforgiven as far as like my first time recent watches. That after I'm done with them, I'm just like, that's a top 20 of all time for me now. So I just loved it that much. Yeah, Percy is pure evil. Such an asshole. It's a very sad movie. And the music, oh my God. The score by Thomas Newman, right? He did the score, right? I don't want to say that wrong. It's so great. Yeah, Thomas Newman. He has a ton of great scores, but the music in that movie, it gets me every time. I love it so much. But yeah, 1999, I feel very comfortable with that pick. I do think it's the best movie of that year. And I love American Beauty too. All right, let's see. Where are we at? We're almost at 2 hours. I got so many movies to go. I gotta start speeding this up. But yeah, it's a birthday stream. We're here to party. All right, I'm gonna take this out of the slipcover because I might confuse you all if I leave it on. All right, let's go to 2000. We got another Tom Hanks movie at the turn of the century, Castaway. And I had another movie picked out, but then I was thinking, I don't know if it was American Psycho I had picked out or something. There's a lot of great movies from 2000, but yeah, Castaway I love. I think that this is one of Robert Zemeckis' best movies. I think this is Tom Hanks' best performance because he has to do it almost all by himself. And it's a great movie. Like, how can you make a volleyball a character that you actually legitimately care about enough to cry when something happens to it? I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, but this movie's so good. What's confusing? I see Manuel asking what's confusing. So a few years ago when Deadpool 2 came out, they released these Deadpool slipcovers. So this is the Castaway Deadpool slipcover. So I didn't want you all to think I was pulling Deadpool for 2000, but I don't know if anybody remembers these, but I got a handful of them. But yeah, I got a Castaway slipcover. All right. Let's go into 2001. We talked about this earlier. Frailty. I love Frailty. I'm going to be watching this month, reviewing it with my wife on our channel, but I do love Frailty. I was looking at some movies from 2001, and I didn't really see any that stood out to me. And there's probably something I'm missing. But I think that Frailty is a good pick. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. Yeah, I mean, you got like Jeepers Creepers and Hannibal and Bones, and it's like I don't care about any of those movies. Mulholland Drive, I could give two shits about. Beautiful Mind, I haven't seen it. Valentine, I like. Joyride, I like, but they're not like, top picks. So yeah, I don't know how much I saw in 2001, to be honest. Could have picked Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Vanilla Sky, I haven't seen. A Knight's Tale, I enjoy. Super Troopers, I enjoy. But again, I feel comfortable with this pick for me. Frailty's a phenomenal movie. So if you haven't seen it, directed by Bill Paxton, rest in peace. Check out Frailty. You're not a demon, are you? Okay, 2002 is easy. Some of these I just know off the top of my head what they were, especially when we got in some of these recent years, because I've been doing lists for the past few years for some of these recent years. 2002 is Signs. I need to take these out of the damn plastic. But Signs is an all-timer for me. It's probably my top 25 movies of all time, legitimately. I saw this movie. I liked it enough when it came out. I remember I got my license the summer it came out, and I got a job. It was my first job that year as well. And I remember I saw this movie. I used to see movies before I would go into work. I like push carts and bag groceries or something. I was 16. But I used to go see movies before work because a movie theater was right next to the place that I worked. So I went and saw Signs before I went to work, and then I went and saw Signs after I went to work. So I saw this movie twice in one day because I loved it that much. And I think that summer I saw it 4 times in the theater total because I think I saw it twice again. It was one of the first DVDs I bought, and I don't know, it's my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie by a mile. I love Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, but this is a masterpiece to me. I don't get any ounce of criticism that this movie has. I think it's one of Mel Gibson's best performances. I think it's one of Joaquin Phoenix's best performances. I think the kids are great. I love Abigail Breslin in this movie. That's her, right? Pretty sure. But also the Rory Culkin, phenomenal. Everybody's great in this movie. A scene at the dinner table where he makes everybody like individual meals at the end, and they're all like getting ready for the pending attack. It's so emotional. This movie is so good. And it's also scary as hell. Like the alien invasion stuff legitimately like freaks me out. That scene with Joaquin Phoenix in the closet watching that news broadcast of the alien walking across, like everybody knows that scene. But how could they make something so incredibly terrifying, but at the same time make it so hilarious as well? But yeah, Signs. This was easy, no brainer. There's good movies in 2002. I know people's pointing out Spider-Man. I love the first Spider-Man. Panic Room, I haven't seen. 28 Days Later, that's good, but it's not an all-timer for me. Chicago. But yeah, Signs is great. I love Catch Me If You Can, but still nothing top Signs for me. It just doesn't. Same for 2003. This was easy. Kill Bill. Kill Bill, I saw this when I was a senior in high school, I think. It just blew my mind. I still think to this day that Uma Thurman is like the best action heroine ever. Ever. Of all time. For me, she beats Sarah Connor. She beats Ripley. I love her in this one and the second one. Kill Bill, like one of Quentin Tarantino's best films. I go back and forth between this one and Pulp Fiction as my favorite Tarantino, but Kill Bill is way up there for me. One of my favorite movies ever, all time. So good. And I know some people would say Kill Bill 1 and 2 is one movie. I get that. I know the director himself said that, but I still maintain that I paid a set amount of money to see the first Kill Bill in theaters, and then a year later I paid money to see the second one. It's 2 movies to me. It's 2 movies. Texas Chainsaw Remake is good. Yes. Yes. Kill Bill. Has to be. It's one of my favorite movies. All right, so 2004. This was an interesting year. This is the year I graduated high school. So I was trying to think of great movies that came out the year I graduated high school. And there's a lot of comedies. Like I said, comedies were on fire at this point. You had Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. I loved. I loved Anchorman. I loved Dodgeball. A lot of great 2004 comedies. You also had Kill Bill Volume 2, which I love, but I'm not as big a fan of as the first one. Of course, you got Seed of Chucky. You got the Dawn of the Dead remake. I love that one as well. You got The Punisher, Catwoman, Blade Trinity. Not the best year. Really not the best year. Collateral's a really great movie. Million Dollar Baby's a great movie. But none of these have I already told you all. What did I say? Did I say this is going to be my first animated movie? Is this my first animated movie? Yes, I'm going to be picking my first animated movie on the list. Can anybody guess what it is? I missed all the Lord of the Rings. Looking back, I may have put the first Lord of the Ring above Frailty. but there's no way I would put the Two Towers above the above Signs, and I couldn't put Return of the King above Kill Bill. But I do love Return of the King. Can anybody guess what the animated flick is for 2004? What's up, Money Mike? Laren got it. The Incredibles. Ba-na, ba-na. Is that the theme? I think it's the theme. The Incredibles is incredible. It's a top 3 Pixar movie for me. I would probably put Toy Story and Finding Nemo above them. But again, Finding Nemo was in 2003, so I couldn't get that above Kill Bill. Toy Story we've already talked about. But The Incredibles is so much fun. I love this movie. It's one of Pixar's best movies. And if you haven't seen it in a while, go back and watch it. I like The Incredibles too, but it didn't touch this one. It's such a fun movie. It's one of the best superhero movies of all time. It's basically a Fantastic Four movie, and they did it way better. I love what's his name is Syndrome. God, what is his name? Brody from Mallrats. I love Mallrats too. 1995. Forgot to talk about that one. Jason Lee. Jason Lee as Syndrome. It's a great villain. It's just so much the voice cast. Holly Hunter is Elastigirl and Craig T. Nelson. It's such a good movie. The Incredibles is phenomenal. And yeah, for 2004, I think this is appropriate. There's not a ton of great movies in 2004. There really isn't. Like when you're competing against movies like, no offense, somebody said it up here, but fans of somebody said Saw. I'm not the biggest Saw fan. Team America, it's okay. But Mean Girls is good. Shaun of the Dead, I'm not. I don't really care about Shaun of the Dead, to be honest. Somebody said the Unseatables. What's the Unseatables? Way better than the sequel. But yeah, The Incredibles, man. How could you not like The Incredibles? It's such a fun movie, and I watched it in theaters. I loved it when I saw it in theaters. I think me and my wife went to go. We used to see anime movies like back when we were dating. But when I had kids, like I really started watching these movies like a ton when they were real little. Like when my daughter was like 2 or 3, we used to watch The Incredibles like every day. And it's just one of those animated movies I could just watch over and over again. I loved it. Where is my super suit? Completely forgot about Sam Jackson. I forgot the hat. Lee, I'm sorry, dude. Sorry. Let's get into 2005. And like I said, we're going to get some comedies in this decade because I think that the 2000s is one of the best decades for comedy. And this is probably my number one comedy of the 2000s, maybe of all time. That's The 40-Year-Old Virgin is my pick for 2005. I fucking love this movie so much. I could watch it anytime. Tell me that you don't laugh your ass off when you watch The 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's such a funny movie. Steve Carell was so perfect for this role. And it just nonstop laughs from beginning to end. It was Judd Apatow's first movie. Say what you want about him now. I mean, that Bubble movie on Netflix was dog shit, but the guy knew how to make a comedy back in the 2000s. And The 40-Year-Old Virgin, it just doesn't get any better than that to me. It's so good. I love The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Steve Carell, Paul Rudd when he was starting to break out as a comedy guy. You had Seth Rogen. I think this was Seth Rogen's first like big role. Everybody in this movie. Kevin Hart is in this movie back before he was anything. His scene is hilarious. I love his scene. I will not repeat what is said in that scene on this live stream, but that scene is one of the best. But yeah, Rika, that was one of my favorite lines from the movie. And it's like, when you feel a woman's breasts and it just feels like a big bag of sand when you're feeling bag of sand. You ever felt a woman's breast before, man? Absolutely. This needs a 4K. I would petition for this to get a 4K. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the unrated cuts either, man. I like the movie the way it was originally intended. Thank you, Richard. I'll do one when it's appropriate. I do like Batman Begins a lot, but it's hard for me to not pick this one. Like I was looking at some of the films in this year. I love A History of Violence too, but this was a very important movie to me. So 40-Year-Old Virgin, very quotable. The music's great. Just a great movie. You know how I know you're gay? I don't feel like they could do stuff like that in movies anymore. People would get offended. But that was so funny. You guys cool it with the gay. All right, where are we going next? Is that based off of real life experience there? For me? Absolutely. I have 2 kids, but I still don't know what a woman's breasts feel like. I don't. It is, man. So hard. Yeah, War of the Worlds is a good one too. But again, I can't put nothing above 40-Year-Old Virgin. 2006. I didn't love this movie when it came out in 2006, but going back and when I saw this movie came out in 2006, I said that's my pick. But I got to go with I got the Rocky collection, but I got to go with Rocky Balboa. It's a very important movie to me. I love the Rocky franchise, so I had to get some Rocky in there. I don't love Rocky 4, and that came out the year I was born. Of course, I'm not going to put that above Back to the Future. I'm not going to put Rocky 5 above anything in 89. So it had to be Balboa. If I wanted to get some Rocky on this list, this was the spot to get it in. So I love Balboa. It's top 3 of the franchise for me. Actually, I don't remember where I put it. I think I did put it in top 3. But Rocky Balboa is phenomenal. I think the movie ages so good. It's a very emotional movie. I think Sylvester Stallone is at his best in this movie. And yeah, that speech he gives his son, it just gets me every time. I love it. I love so many moments in this movie, but that speech um in the alley with his son, it just really resonates with me. So I love Rocky Balboa. 2006. That's so brave of you to raise the milkman's kids. It is. It really is, Mean Dave. It really is. I can pick Rocky Balboa, man. I explain. I'm sorry, Rocky Balboa doesn't have a nice slipcover release by itself. Maybe it will next year when the 4K comes out. But if you want to be a stickler about it, I'll show you that freaking disc. Rocky Balboa. It's my pick. But yeah, I have to show off box sets sometimes. That's what I have to do. Yeah, we might be talking about the Rocky franchise on 4K tomorrow. Physical Media Report. All right, 2007. No Country for Old Men. No Country for fucking Old Men. Another Best Picture winner. So I picked the movie that the Academy also picked. This is the second time I've done that. This is a phenomenal movie. I don't see there's one other movie you could say maybe better the ones that came out this year, and that's There Will Be Blood. That's a phenomenal film too. But this one Best Picture, and I think it's the best movie that came out that year. Tommy Lee Jones, Javier Bardem as Anton Chigurh, one of the best villain performances of all time. I love Josh Brolin in this movie, directed by the Coen brothers. Blew me away when I saw it. I saw this movie when it came out. So good. So good. What y'all got to say about No Country for Old? What are y'all going to put up against No Country for Old Men as the movie I should have picked for 2007? Oh, Pan's Labyrinth would have been a good 2006. What are you talking about, Connie? You preaching to us? Don't preach on my after birthday. Rocky fan for sure. Rocky's probably my favorite franchise. I like The Departed, but it's not. It probably wouldn't even crack my top 5 Scorsese if I'm being honest. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Streets. I've never seen it. Okay, yeah. Let me know if you all would have anything else in 2007, because I think I nailed it. I don't think there's any competition for No Country for Old Men 2007. What are you gonna put up against it? Spider-Man 3? I mean, I love Knocked Up. Again, I love the Apatow comedies, but yeah, I know a lot of people would say that. I get it. Rocky 4 is a good music video. It's not a great movie. There's no harder emotion in Rocky 4. And I hate to keep going back to Rocky 4. I always feel like I have to defend myself because Rocky 4 is a fan favorite. I hate what they did with Apollo Creed. They took him out at the beginning of the movie, and it was just meaningless. It just felt pointless, and the only reason they did it was to hype up the Rocky Drago fight. Like, they could have done something else. Like in Rocky 3, when they wanted to hype up the Clubber Lang and Rocky fight, they just had Clubber Lang beat the shit out of Rocky, pissed him off, made him get the hunger back, and that's how they built that fight. How you gonna? It just feels so unlike the Rocky franchise to do something like that. Up until that point, I'm gonna kill Apollo Creed. Now Rocky's gonna want to take out Drago. I don't know. It was too much. It was too much. I mean, also Clubber Lang had to do with the death of Mickey as well, but it has different circumstances. I just didn't like it. Apollo Creed was like, he was up there with Rocky. He was like larger than life. They were both larger than life. Just think how epic that would have been if Apollo Creed was still in his corner in Rocky 4 when he fought Drago. Or maybe at home watching on TV. And then maybe in Rocky 5, Apollo Creed and Rocky got that rematch. I know they got another rematch in 3, but what if they got another one? I just didn't like it. Trick or Treat's great, but you can't. Oh, come on, Dougie. Rob Zombie's Halloween. Don't spit that trash around here. Grandma's Boy is great. I love Grandma's Boy. No Country, yeah. Yeah. No Country, yeah. I thought about Superbad, Ben Grimm. I love Superbad, but I didn't want to go all comedy in the 2000s. I maybe should have put Superbad based on my criteria of being able to pop it in at any time, but I didn't. 30 Days a Night. A lot of people would say it's The Dark Knight, but I got a different pick for 2008. Yeah, they did him dirty. They did him dirty. I disagree, Lee. There's so many places you could have went with Apollo, and I get that it set up the Creed movies, but I don't know. Oh, there's Huck. What's up, Huck? The Happening. I lost with The Happening the other night in the movie collection battle. It's the lowest point of my career. It was all I had left. All right, let's get through this. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, 2008. I know everybody's about, you didn't pick The Dark Knight? The Dark Knight's the best movie of 2008. It is. You get Heath Ledger, the Joker, Christian Bale. I'm a red hockey pants. I can't believe you didn't pick me as the best movie of 2008, Ken. I'm a red hockey pants. I'm the best Batman. I told you guys before, earlier on the stream, Michael Keaton's my Batman, not Christian Bale. I love Heath Ledger's Joker, but I think The Dark Knight is extremely overrated. It's not a great movie. Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker is like all time one of the greatest performances of the 21st century. I'll give you that. The movie itself isn't the best. The movie itself is not the best. So, I'm a red hockey pants. is not my pick. For 2008, it is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. This is one of the funniest comedies of 2000. I don't care. I'll fight anybody. I love this movie so much. So quotable. Like the beginning of this movie where he's like butt ass naked and she breaks up with him and he's like bending over. Jason Segel's so great. Mila Kunis is great. Um, you got Jonah Hill in this movie. Paul Rudd as the clueless surfer dude is so awesome. Um, Again, this is one of those picks that's like I don't expect everybody to think this is the best of 2008, but it's one of those personal picks that just I've seen this movie probably 150 times. Russell Brand, um, you got what is her name? I forget her name. Kristen Bell. Yeah, she's great too. Love her. I thought you was from London. I'll take my eyes, but not this shit. So good. So good. Highly disagree. I expected that. I expected that. I expected that. Well, you couldn't stand him after this movie, but I think Russell Brand's actually good in this movie. I mean, after that, he got a little overused, I think. But yeah, I know there's like probably 15 movies from 2008 you could put above Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but it's a personal pick for me. But another personal pick. This movie I did not like that much when I saw it in the theaters. And again, I'm gonna tell you, it's another comedy. I love the comedies in the 2000s, and I legitimately think this is the last great comedy. There were good comedies after this. This is the last great comedy to me. It's another movie with Jason Segel and Paul Rudd, and it's I Love You, Man. I love this movie so much. Love this movie so much. It grows on me every single time I see it. Just the awkwardness of Paul Rudd and the fact that he doesn't have like any close guy friends that he can hang out with. Um, and him and Jason Segel form a friendship, and it's built on this awkwardness with all these like code names. See you later on the manji. And yes, Corey knows what's up. Slab in the bass. It's so good. I love Rush, so that's another layer. Um, yeah, when I saw this, I didn't know what to think about it. I was like, because it really wasn't like some of the other ones that came before it, like Forgetting Sarah Marshall. There was a little bit, it's a little bit drier. I feel like in its comedy approach, it wasn't as in your face as like a 40-year-old virgin and Knocked Up in some of those. But I think that just over time, it's just really grown on me. And it's to the point where it's probably one of my all-time favorite comedies. Um, and I just love comedy. I really love comedy so much. I wouldn't be a movie fan if it wasn't for like comedy and horror and some of these movies I've grown up with. So they don't make good comedies anymore, so I can't talk about comedy, but it's just one of my favorites. So I love you, man. I know there's better movies too. Somebody mentioned Inglourious Bastards. I like Inglourious Bastards a lot, but again, this is going back to what I said at the beginning. Some of these picks are going to be ones that I feel like I could just go out there and throw on. I'll literally probably will watch I Love You, Man tonight. I just love this movie so much. Freaking Lou Ferrigno in this movie is great. Um, yeah, it's so good. See you later on the manji. Um, but yeah, ton of greats. Yeah, District 9 Avatar, I get it. I get it. I get it. Lab in the base. Lab in the base. Uh, see, Huck knows what's up. Huck knows what's up. All right, let's yeah, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Wolf. Uh was that 2009? I don't think I think Gran Torino was 2008. No, I will not pick Inception for 2010 because I don't think Inception's that good. I think it's overrated. Um I do. I think Christopher Nolan in general is overrated. It's controversial. I do love Interstellar though. I love Interstellar. So we're at 2010. We're at 2010. 2010 is a huge year. Huge year. 2010 is one of the greatest years as well. Let's see. You guys are going to be surprised again by my list or by my pick. But again, there's just so much in this year, and a lot of the ones that people always cream their pants over, I don't think are that good. So, The Fighter is okay. Shutter Island, I need to rewatch. I haven't seen that in a while. 127 Hours is good, but it's not up there for me. Social Network, I like a lot, but it's not my favorite of the year. True Grit, it's an okay Coen Brothers movie. It's not that great though. Winter's Bone, Losers, Robin Hood, Insidious. I do like Insidious. Expendables came out this year. Super. Scott Pilgrim. Everybody loves Scott Pilgrim. I like Scott Pilgrim. It's not one of the best though. Yeah. So a lot of great movies came out in 2010. Does anybody want to guess what I picked? Nightmare on Elm Street remake. The Edge of Darkness. Faster. Iron Man 2. Blue Valentine. That's a sad movie. Winter's Bone. Sounds like a porno. Black Swan. Machete. Yeah, there's some good movies. Twilight Eclipse. Does anybody like Twilight out there? I did not pick Black Swan. I like Black Swan, but it's not a top pick for me. I picked Kick-Ass. I love Kick-Ass. I think this movie kicks ass. And I love Nicolas Cage in this movie. I think this was kind of Nicolas Cage's comeback. I think he's legitimately great in this movie as Big Daddy. A lot of people call me Big Daddy. I don't know why, but they do. Aaron Taylor Johnson's great. McLovin as the bad guy is awesome. And yeah, I think Kick-Ass is awesome. This is one of my first 4Ks. I think this is the first 4K with a slipcover I ever bought. Bought it at Walmart for $17.99. Looked great. It's a Lionsgate release. And yeah, I love Kick-Ass. So that's my pick for 2010. I don't care what you all have to say about it. Kick-Ass is awesome. You can say that something else from that year is one of your favorites. And I get that. But you can't say the Kick-Ass is not great. Can't say that. Somebody guess my 2011 pick. It's Drive. 2011 is Drive. I love Drive. And I did not pull over my second sight release because it was too big and bulky, and I was trying to fit all these Blu-rays on the table. So I got my Blu-ray from Sony. And Drive is phenomenal. It's a great movie. And for me, it's my favorite movie of this year. Although there are a couple other movies that came out this year. I should have really picked some. I should have flexed my MCU for this year and did one superhero movie from the MCU because I don't have any of those. Actually, I do have a Marvel movie. I have a couple Marvel movies coming, but just not MCU. I love Captain America, the First Avenger. I love the First Avenger. I also love Crazy Stupid Love. It's a great movie too. But Drive, I think, is the best movie that came out in 2011. I do think it's the best movie that came out that year. Let's get into 2012. A lot of great movies in 2012. A lot of great movies in 2012. But I'm going with, is this my second? Yes. This is my second Quentin Tarantino movie. And I love this movie so much. This is my makeup for not picking Inglourious Bastards. This is Django. Django. I love Django. It's a great movie. My goodness. Leonardo DiCaprio as Calvin Candy is one of the greatest villains cinematic history. So good. Samuel L. Jackson, though, he's a little bit more subtle, but he's just as, if not maybe a little bit more villainous than Calvin Candy in this movie. But he's so awesome. Christoph Waltz, how he could become such a nasty villain in Inglourious Bastards, and this just showcases how great he is. I don't know why he's not in more stuff. Maybe he is. Maybe just not in America. So I think he's a German actor, isn't he? But how he could go from playing such a villainous prick in Inglourious Bastards to such an awesome, awesome, heroic character in this movie is just incredible. Such a great, good guy. It's incredible. Jamie Foxx. I love Jamie Foxx. He doesn't always take the best roles, but my favorite role from Jamie Foxx is honestly Motherfucker Jones from Horrible Bosses. I love him in that movie. But yeah, Django is top tier. It's the drama, the action, it's the whole package. It is the whole package. There's such like the dinner table scene where Leonardo DiCaprio actually was bleeding out of his hands, accidentally smashed his fist on some glass, bleeding out of his hands, still carrying on the scene. It's so good. Like if you want to know what acting is, like watch Leonardo DiCaprio in this movie. It's so good. But yeah. Django. Dread. Did Dread come out in 2012? There's a lot of great stuff in 2012. Avengers came out in 2012. I love This Is 40. That's my wife and I's favorite movie from that year. 2013 is a great year. I love that movie, but that's not my pick. There's a lot of great movies to pick from, but it is October. It is the spooky season. And this movie for me, horror really died for me in the 2000s. It really did. It started to come back in 2011, 2012. I think Paranormal Activity brought it back a little bit. Because I love found footage, Cabin in the Woods, but to be honest, there was a lot of super generic supernatural horror films in the 2000s, early 2000s. And I just got to where I hated that. I hated that genre. Anytime there was the haunting of this or that or whatever, I would just roll my eyes and I wouldn't even watch it. So much to the point that when this movie was announced and I saw previews for it, I was like, this is going to suck. But I watched it because I heard great things. And when I watched it, I was like, this is one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Like this legitimately single-handedly reinvigorated the horror genre for me going forward into the 2010s. And that is The Conjuring. The Conjuring is a fantastic horror film. It is a real throwback. It's a new film, but it also feels classic. It is an instant horror classic. And you watch this movie 2013 and you're just reminded that actual classics can still be made. And this to me is a movie that's going to hold up like The Exorcist, like The Shining for years to come. It's one of the greatest horror movies of all time to me. But yeah, I was just in a spooky mood. There's a lot of great picks I could have picked for 2013. And somebody already called out one. Prisoners, I love. I almost thought about picking Prisoners. I love that movie. But I thought about what was the movie I want to watch after the stream tonight. I'll watch The Conjuring. I love The Conjuring. Everybody's calling out Evil Dead. I just watched Evil Dead for the review, and I don't know, it went down a little bit for me. I think The Conjuring is way better than Evil Dead. Prisoners is great. Man of Steel, I do love. Prisoners is amazing. Everybody calling out Prisoners. All right, let's get into 2014. 2014 is an incredible year. It really is. Let's we're running into the end here. 2014 is amazing. So I'm going to build the suspense once again here. I'm going to pull up my screen for this one. Some great movies. Right? Am I in 2014? What's the extendables? Let's see. Popular. Into the Storm. You had Fury. Nightcrawler. Mother effing Nightcrawler. That movie's great. Let's Be Cops. Equalizer. Why does it always not show the greatest movies of the year? The Winter Soldier came out this year. Guardians of the Galaxy came out this year. I don't know why it doesn't show any of the great movies. What is up with Google right now? Joyride 3? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's like it's not doing what I want to do. So screw this damn thing. Screw it. Anyway, there's a lot of great movies that came out in 2014. But if you all know me or the channel at all, you've heard me talk about this movie a lot. It is my favorite movie of the 2010s. When I did my list of my top 50 movies of all time on my Instagram a few years ago, this was in my top 10 of all time. It is the only modern movie that made it into my top 10 of all time. That's Whiplash. Whiplash is a legitimate masterpiece to me. I love this movie so much. Miles Teller, J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons is on another level. Yes, he's kind of channeling Arlie Ermy in Full Metal Jacket, but what he does in this movie as a band instructor resonated with me on several levels. I used to be in band in high school, and it's not as severe as this movie makes it out to be, but also I wasn't a drummer at one of the best schools and one of the best colleges. So, but it can get like that. A band instructor can get mean and nasty at times. And I've seen a music stand being thrown in class before. Not at a kid, but thrown. And yeah, this is such a great movie. Such a great movie. I love it so much. I love the music. Damien Chazelle directed this. I am forever a fan of Damien Chazelle because of this movie. I'm also a big fan of La La Land. I don't care what y'all say. I like La La Land. I like First Man too. But Whiplash, incredible movie. Truly honing in on what it takes and what it means to be truly great. What you have to go through to be great. And I love that. Also goes into what it takes to teach greatness, cultivate greatness, to make somebody great. You have to do some bad things. You have to be abusive. Do you? Do you have to be abusive to create greatness? Goes into a lot of those themes here. I love the line in this movie. It still resonates with me because I think it's kind of true. And I do believe in positive reinforcement. I think that positive reinforcement for a lot of people can improve them as people and can improve their performance in life. But also when he says the line, there are no two more harmful words in the English language than good job. That is so true to me. Because once you hear somebody tell you that you did a good job, it makes you complacent. It makes you think that you don't have to do anything else, that you're already doing a good job. And most people, when they hear that, I'm doing great. What do I have to do to improve? It's the negative reinforcement that makes you want to stand up and be like, you know what? I can do better than that. Let me try harder to please this person, to do better. because you can always do better. Let's face it. Even if you think you're doing awesome, you can always do better. Everybody can do better. But yeah, just that mindset of there's nothing worse than saying good job to somebody because it makes them complacent. It's so insidious, but it's also kind of true. And if you really think about it, how many times in your life has somebody said good job to you and it's made you complacent, it's made you lazy? I don't know. I just love that. It stuck with me. But also just J.K. Simmons in that movie, so many great one-liners. So many great one-liners. He's fucking with the kids in the classroom. It's so awesome. I love it. So awesome. It's not PG-13 horror, Rico, man. It's rated R. Conjuring's rated R. And the thing about it is this is rated R without any blood and guts or profanity. It's rated R strictly because it's scary as hell. That's why it's rated R. Very little blood, no profanity, no nudity. It's rated R because it's scary. So that's awesome. We're the Millers is funny. I like We're the Millers. I haven't seen either one. I love it. I love The Winter Soldier so much. 2014 is hard. There's a lot of movies I love. But yeah, I love Winter Soldier. It's probably my favorite MCU movie. Nope. What'd you say nope for? The Conjuring? Neighbors. I love Neighbors. I have not seen Blue Ruin. Nightcrawler, Rush, Interstellar. I love Interstellar. It's another good one from 2014. You enjoy Lucy. I love It Follows too. That's another one. It's another one. Fucking John Wick came out. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the real. What freaking Google doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Y'all are pulling out all these great picks. Days of Future Past, yeah. Whiplash is the movie. Edge of Tomorrow. Oh my god. Ex Machina I would put in 2015. I think that's what IMDb said. Nice Steelbook, Death Proof. Let's see. Whiplash Steelbook is dope. Good pick. Fury Road. Everybody's getting into the 2015 already. 2015 already. Oh, I love Hateful Eight. I love it. Love it to death. Yeah, that's another Tarantino movie that moves up on my list every time, but I couldn't put anything above Ex Machina. Ex Machina, directed by Alex Garland. I know some people, it even says on the back 2014, but the thing is when I look this up on Google, I think that it premiered at like some film festivals in 2014. But I've always thought of Ex Machina as a 2015 movie. It says 2014 on IMDb. All right, so it came out in the United States in theaters April 10th, 2015. Came out in the United Kingdom 21st of January 2015. Its release date is December 16th, 2014 at a BFI South Bank. So that's a film festival, right? So it came out in December 2014 at a film festival. I just don't count that as a release. When it comes out in theaters, that's a release to me. Like they screen stuff at film festivals all the time. They get released like 2 years later. Like Paranormal Activity, I think was screened 2 years before it came out in 2007, and I would consider that a 2009 movie because that's when it came out in theaters. So I don't know. It gets tough and muddled, but I still consider this a 2015 movie. So this is my favorite movie of 2015. This is an excellent movie. If you all haven't seen it, I think it's one of the best science fiction movies of the 21st century. For sure. Yeah, I just don't count it. I mean, you gotta draw the line somewhere. It's now if they did a limited theatrical run like they have with some movies in 2014, and then they released it theater wide 2015, I would count that limited theater run, open to the public. I would count that. Yeah, won the Oscar for best visual effects, and it deserved it. I've not watched Ex Machina in a while. I kind of want to watch it again, but that's my 2015. Let's get my 2016. I love this movie. It makes me feel good every time I watch it, and that's Sing Street. I will continue to sing the praises of Sing Street every single chance I get, because if you all have not seen this movie, you have to absolutely see this movie. I don't care when you watch it. Actually, I do care when you watch it. Watch it. Watch it tonight. Watch it tomorrow. It's one of the greatest movies ever, all time. Set in the 80s. It's got such a punk rock 80s feel and vibe to it. It's got a great original soundtrack. Like every original song in this movie that they made for this movie is so good. Like it's just one of those soundtracks that you can just put it in and listen to it all, and it'll just transport you back into the 80s again. But yeah, Sing Street. And everybody's calling out all these amazing movies. 2016 is another great year. I consider 2014, 2016 probably the two best years. Actually, no, 2019 as well, which we'll get there. Those three are the three best years of the 2010s. 2016 had tons of great movies, but this is my favorite. And again, it's one of those super underrated movies. Didn't even get nominated for best original song. Like that's a crime for me. That it's so many great original songs. Like Drive It Like You Stole It. Type in Drive It Like You Stole It on YouTube and listen to it and tell me that's not a banger. That's such a banger. But yeah, I love this movie. Love it. If you haven't seen Sing Street, watch it. Set in Ireland in the 80s. And it's a simple story about a boy trying to get a girl to like him. And he starts a band to get to impress her. It's a simple story. It's a sweet story. It's a relatable story. And I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, all great movies. La La Land, I love. Arrival, I love. That was in 2016 as well. So yeah. Man, my voice is going out. I did not intend this to go 3 hours, but it looks like we're going 3 hours. But you gotta celebrate, right? All right. 2017. Are y'all ready? Logan. Logan is 2017. And I don't have this on 4K yet. Why do I not have this on 4K? I don't know. I just have this nice slipcover on Blu-ray, and I haven't upgraded. I wasn't buying 4Ks back when I bought this in 2017. I love Get Out too. I love Get Out too. 2017 is a tough year. It's like Blade Runner 2049, Get Out, Logan, like all vying for top spot for me. Logan's just got that something special. Like it's one of those. I'm so appalled this didn't get nominated for Best Picture because it absolutely should have. Patrick Stewart should have got nominated for like Best Supporting Actor or something. But this movie's perfect to me. It's the perfect ending to the Wolverine character, and I'm excited for Deadpool 3, but it's kind of a shame that we get that kind of taken away from us, and Hugh Jackman's coming back, and whatever. Patrick Stewart came back too, but such a perfect ending for this character, and I love the movie. It's great from start to finish. It's brutal, it's violent, it earns its R rating, and Hugh Jackman and all the performances are just phenomenal. So, Jigsaw, Chapter 1 is good. Yeah, it's just a masterpiece. There's no other way to put it. People say The Dark Knight's a masterpiece. I say Logan. I think Logan's way better than The Dark Knight. But it's just my opinion. Yeah, Good Times incredible. Good Times incredible. 2018 wasn't the strongest year. There were some good movies in 2018. Wasn't the strongest year. There's one movie that stands out for me. It's another animated movie. It's a Marvel movie. I'm sure some of you all are going to be, what? That movie? Are you kidding, Ken? Let me explain. Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. 2 Marvel movies back to back. I love this movie. It's sentimental to me because these days it doesn't feel like my family gets together and we watch movies together a lot anymore. Kids really just aren't interested in movies as much. We used to go to the movies all the time before the pandemic. Now they would rather, play Fortnite and watch YouTube. That's just the way kids are nowadays. We saw this movie in the theater, 2018. My wife, both our kids. And it was just one of those pure theatrical experiences where the movie's delivering and everybody's just so into it. Like, I love this movie. I think the music is great. The soundtrack's great. The animation was great. And it also just really surprised me. I didn't think I was going to like this movie as much as I did. It's just such a great story, such great characters, such great performances, some truly emotional scenes. And I just did not expect an animated movie to hit me on this level. And it's become probably my favorite Marvel movie, my favorite animated movie. It's just one of my favorite movies of all time. And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That's from 2018. I love Hereditary. I love it. I do love it. Infinity War is awesome. Truly is. Truly is. 2019 is a tough one. Well, let me see if Google fails me on 2019. I'm not going to bother to pull it up this time. 2019 is an incredible year. You got movies like Parasite. You got movies like 1917, which I talk about all the time. I'm not going to pick 1917 here because I always talk about that movie. But that's probably my favorite movie of the year. Uncut Gems came out this year. Child's Play remake. The Lighthouse. Everybody loves The Lighthouse. Crawl. Us. Doctor Sleep, which I loved. Peanut Butter Falcon. Ready or Not. Pet Sematary remake. Escape Room. Brightburn. What'd you get? What else? What else is there? Terminator Dark Fate. Everybody loved that, right? Alita Battle Angel. Where's all the good movies at? John Wick Chapter 3. Awesome. I'm trying to get it to bring up good movies, and it's bringing up freaking Shaft and Men in Black International. What are you doing to me, Google? Ad Astra, Glass, Maw, everybody's favorite but mine, Midsummer. Came out 2019. Let's see. Tons of great movies. This year was stacked. Stacked. It Chapter 2. Does anybody remember Serenity? Yeah, 2019 was incredible. It's an amazing year for cinema. What else do we have? Stuber. There's a lot of great stuff that came out towards the end of the year. Avengers Endgame. Jumanji Next Level. Yeah, some amazing stuff. But what do you think The Irishman, Marriage Story. I didn't love Marriage Story. Joker, Knives Out. There you go. You guys are better than Google. I don't know why I don't just stick with you guys. Yeah, that was nasty. Irishman was so long. I loved it though. Shazam, Haunt. But Chris has got the right idea because for this year I am going with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, my third Quentin Tarantino pick. I love this movie. I saw it in the theaters. I was a little iffy on it because the thing about this movie is it doesn't really have a plot. It's just kind of Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, Cliff Booth, and Rick Dalton, right? That's his name, right? Rick Dalton, yeah. Just living their lives. You know, Rick Dalton's a TV star, and Brad Pitt's his stunt double, and they're friends, and they're just kind of living life. They go their separate ways at some point in the movie, and it's just kind of following them as they're doing their day to day, and something happens. There's kind of a plot. Something happens towards the end that's freaking awesome. It just puts the cherry on top of this movie. But it's really just it's just following them through their life, and it's more about like just the characters than the story. And you get to live with these characters for 2.5 hours. And if the characters weren't so great and they weren't played by such phenomenal actors and actresses, then you probably wouldn't care as much. Or you'd probably be like, that's boring. But I just love being in this world with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio for 2.5 hours. And they're so great. It's a funny movie. It's hilarious. It's also very dramatic. It's also kind of horrific by the time you get to the end. But yeah, this is a movie that I saw in the theaters and I was like, I don't know about that one. That's okay. Great cinematography. Visuals are impressive. But I bought it on 4K. I rewatched it at home. I was like, I like that. I kind of like this movie. I watched it again. I watched it again. And I watched it again. I watched this movie like 4 times since I've got it on 4K. I loved it. This was like a top pandemic watch for me. Like in the middle of the pandemic, I rewatched this one all the time. And it just grew on me and it grew on me and it grew on me. It's like, man, if I watch this movie like 3 or 4 more times, it might be my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. I think it's a masterpiece. But yeah, I love this movie. Again, probably not my favorite of 2018. It probably still goes to 1917, but I could see it getting up there. And look at that slip. Look at that slip on that 4K. Beautiful. 2020. See what you guys are saying about Once Upon a Time. I don't use a cataloging app manual. I wish I was that good. Oh yeah, Little Women I loved. I loved Little Women. Portrait of a Lady on Fire was great. So yeah, there's tons of great movies. Wolf of Wall Street's another great movie from 2013. Thank you, Lane. Thank you. I get it. He often has the best movie of the year. Talking about me? Yeah, a little mix of my favorites and best. It does help, the history. Yeah, I know. And that's what another thing I love about it is it sets you up to believe that it's going to play out like it did in history. But then you remember this is a fictional story with fictional characters, so why would it play out in the same way? And I like how they manipulate the circumstances surrounding the, Sharon Tate murders and stuff. And they do something different with it. What if they never made it to Sharon Tate? Like that's what this is about. What if they encountered Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt first? What would happen then? So yeah, it's just a masterpiece. I love it. Thank you, Maura Kitty. I appreciate that. Yes, that is my favorite Tarantino. Even grab the new release Steelbook because I liked it that much. It's so good, Huck. Yeah, it's so good. And I know you live out in that area, California, Hollywood. So it probably hit you on a whole nother level getting to see that period piece in the 60s. They just did it so well. Like, I'm pretty sure they like recreated all the streets of Hollywood. They like built sets like real life. They went all out for that movie, and it really showed. 2020. I had thought about Unhinged. 2020 is interesting. Movies died in 2020 because the pandemic hit and nobody released anything. Everybody pushed everything. So we got some stuff in the beginning. And then it was all like streaming bullshit for the rest of the year. So thank you, Master, for Vinyl. So the movie that I will maintain was my favorite of the year. And yeah, the soundtrack is awesome too. So the movie that I'll maintain as my favorite of the year. I've loved this movie. I almost picked this movie for my favorite of 1995. But I love this franchise. And when I saw this, it was like the best case scenario. And I had such a fun time with it in the theaters. And that's Bad Boys for Life. And it may seem like an off pick for you guys for a favorite of the year, but take a look at the movies that came out in 2020. Probably be able to understand why I could put this in my favorite of 2020. But yeah, I saw it at the very beginning of the year, and nothing for me really stood up to it for the rest of the year. I think Soul got close. I liked Soul. But Bad Boys for Life, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. And the fact that they got Martin Lawrence back and Will Smith, and they just recreated that chemistry, it was like they hadn't missed a beat in like 20 years. So I love this movie. Bad Boys for Life is awesome, hilarious, and I need to rewatch it. Yeah, like The Invisible Man, some people would probably say, for sure. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Tenet, I just wasn't a big fan of. I don't like Tenet. I liked that movie, a couple of Netflix movies that came out. What was that one with Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson? The Devil All the Time, I think. That was pretty good. I'm Thinking of Ending Things was pretty good. Let's get into my 2021 pick. This one will blow your guys' minds. But if you've been paying attention to the channel at all, like I said, I've talked about this movie before. I love this movie. And if I want to throw on a movie tonight, this is the one I'm going with. A24 Zola. A24 Zola. I love this movie. Hear me out if you haven't seen this. This is like a crime drama comedy. A crime dramedy. It's so funny. Riley Keough is so great in this role. I laughed my ass off, especially when they do like the revisionist history scene with her and Taylor Page, who's also excellent in this movie. I love Coleman Domingo in this movie as the pimp. He's like so awesome. Nicholas Braun's hilarious in the movie. If you haven't seen Zola and you're like, Ken, what? Go watch this. Like, again, I know a lot of people is going to be scratching their head. Zola? What? Are you kidding me, Ken? I almost picked Malignant. That was the one that would have took it above this, but I don't know. I was going back and forth, and I think that Zola just all the way through is so entertaining. Whereas Malignant, I love, but it doesn't get super entertaining to the last like 40 minutes. But Zola's funny the whole way through. I love the movie. A24 movie. So there you go, guys. That's my picks. What do you guys think? You said you were gonna watch I Love You Man, Conjuring, and Zola. Which would it be? Well, it's too late now, Larry. It's too late. Probably none of them. But I was gonna say if I was gonna watch one, it would be one of those. Not as many as you would think. It does have that stuff in it. There's a lot of horrific stuff in there, but it's a weird movie. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. It's got like a weird, like dreamlike quality to it, but I love it. Does anybody like Zola out there? Is anybody in the chat right now that likes Zola? Pig was great too. Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong. My favorite of 2022 is Top Gun Maverick. So I couldn't pull that one because it doesn't have physical media till November. till next month. I think we're a month away. Exactly. Fall. I haven't seen Fall. Oh yeah, Waves is so good. That's such a good movie too. Yeah, you're right, Mizzy. That does not get any attention at all. Not even from the Academy, and it should have. I love Waves. Yeah, that's Coleman. Coleman Domingo is freaking awesome in that movie. Probably Firestarter or The Bubble. Probably The Bubble. I think The Bubble is one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time. Oh man, I'm about to fall asleep. Yeah, Pearl's up there for me. It's probably in the top 3. I love that movie. I like that a lot better than X. All right, guys, look, we're done. I've done all I can do tonight. I've given you all I've got. I don't have anything left. My birthday ended 2 hours ago. It's been an awesome stream. 3 hours. Went 3 hours tonight. Jeez Louise. It's crazy. Let me show y'all what I got coming up. I got a stream tomorrow night on Bob's Blu-rays channel. Steelbook slipcover tournament. Round 2. We're going to be doing slipcovers. Come hang out with us 9 p.m. Then Tuesday night I'll be back on this channel for the roundtable. September release roundtable. Fall Brawl. Have Master Chaos, Mega Mike the Movie Man, Pops Movie Dungeon, Tim Talks Talkies, Basement Blues, 20th and 21st Century Movies, Mika, and Bob's Blu-rays. That'll be this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hope you guys enjoy the stream. Hope you guys enjoy the picks. I appreciate you guys for being here. Hit the like button. Comment after the stream goes off. Helps improve engagement, and I would appreciate it. Just leave me any comment. What'd you think of my picks? What's your favorite? Comment this. What's your favorite film from 2019? I want that comment on the video. Leave me a comment. Appreciate it. Yeah. Like the things, hit the bells, follow me on my social media accounts. I'll see you guys later.